What's up, guys? Long time no see here. GFL, been taking up most of our time, but we're back on the I.D Sports Podcast. I'm Isaiah.
It's Dan the Man, baby.
And we're back, brothers. Got a nice little episode today, A lot of things have happened since we last recorded. What was
100%.
Yeah, a lot of things. We got a lot of teams reals. Out of postseason. Shout out Rangers. And we got, start of new seasons. Cowboys started. Basketball starting here soon. Stars opening game 2 days. So a lot of stuff to talk about today. But we're gonna try our best to not talk too much for too long. Keep it in a nice little line for y'all, so you don't get bogged down for y'all. But we're gonna start off with our little baby, our GFL baby.
Yes, sir. GFL.
We're in full swing right now.
100%. Go check us out
for sure on Instagram at Gauntlet Fantasy League. Same name as our YouTube channel on Instagram for you. We're in full swing for the season, man. We're approaching week 6 now.
Yeah.
We just wrapped up week 5. Your boy here by football rules, I am first in the division.
Oh, we're wrapping up week 5, going into week 6.
We're going into week 6, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
By football rules, I am first in the division, but by ESPN rules, apparently I'm not. I don't understand how.
That was very weird. When you told me that, when we were texting earlier, I was like...
Because, like I said, I'm not crazy. This is a 3-way tie. We have Burrow Time, 0-2 division. We're all 3-2. Burrow Time's 0-2.
Yeah.
Toast Mahomes and me, Soul Society, are also 3-2. Burrow Time's 0-2 in division. I am 2-1 in division, and Millie's 2-1 in the division. But I beat Millie this week, so you would think
it's you, Millie, and then Drake is in third.
Exactly, and even by like fantasy rules wise, points wise, I've scored more than him. If you look, it says PA or whatever, or not PA. It's points allowed, but
points 4.
Yeah, points 4. I've scored more than him. So even if it's like a point tiebreaker, I'm still in the lead. I don't know, but hey, fantasy gonna do fantasy what it is. I know I'm first in division in my heart. My heart of hearts, I'm first in division. But yeah, no, first in division on this side. I don't know. Are you 4th?
I am 4th. Jose just beat me this past week. I've dropped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've dropped 2 games.
Oh, you dropped 2 straight. Yeah, Nina.
I've just made some dumb decisions as far as like I sat Brian Thomas last week for the 4th straight week, and he's gone off for 15 points the last 2 weeks plus.
Yeah.
And Aaron Jones didn't do nothing.
That's fair.
And he got hurt first quarter, so that didn't help.
That was tough.
Travis Etienne's been replaced.
Yeah, I know. I was
glad I got his back.
I know. I
got his back.
You were ahead of me in waiver wire. I was trying to get Bigsby, and you got him because I wanted a replacement for my running back. But I was like, dang.
I'm finna put. Hey, you can have Travis Etienne.
What? Yeah, no. A little bit of hiccups. First year trying to get stuff. I had to mess up as a commissioner when I made the league. I actually messed up with the lineup stuff. So
I mean, that's on both of us. We didn't. I didn't. That was the first time it ever. I mean, in my fantasy experience, that's the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah, I just read it wrong wewhen I was making the league, but we're rolling with it. Luckily, no one's been actually messed up by it so far. It's been all fair games so far, but lessons for next time. But I've been enjoying it. I started off 0-2, man. I've been on a 3-game win streak since, so I've been trying my best. I was actually so when Nico Collins went down, which is horrible for me, by the way.
Very terrible.
I have not mentioned that yet in the chat or anything. I was literally
put that as one of the storylines.
That's I'm gonna make a post for it.
Okay,
when I woke up though, that what was it? Wednesday morning, and I literally was like, bro, it's always receivers in my entire fantasy career. It's always receivers that always go on IR for me. Never my running backs, never my quarterbacks, never my tight ends. It's always my receivers. Last year, it was Mike Williams that went on IR for me because he had that season-ending injury. And so it's always my number, and it's always my number 2. Well, technically speaking, in my head, he was my number 2. Obviously, he's my number 1 from how he's been playing. He was second best fantasy receiver in football. But
Mike Williams?
No, Nico.
Nico. Oh,
I'm saying it's always my number 2, but Nico is my number 1. But when I drafted him being my number 2.
Who's your number 1?
Amara.
Oh, yeah.
But technically speaking, right now, Nico's a true wide receiver 1. Well, he's gonna be IR for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he was number 2 in fantasy.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Diggs and CJ. I think they'll step it up.
Yeah, and I think Tank Dell will finally get some love now too. So shout out Milton, Tank for 3. We're gonna have some love finally from Tank Dell. I have Tank Dell in our family league, so I'm gonna start him probably this week.
I'm actually killing it in our family league.
Yeah, I'm 3-2 in both leagues, and I've literally it's been mirror. I've started off 0-2 in both leagues, and I've won 3 straight in both leagues.
In ours, I started off 1-0, then 1-1, and then I won again, lost.
Yeah,
I've lost. I'm planning on winning again next week.
Yeah.
This coming up week.
Yeah, no, I almost made a trade on Wednesday. If it wasn't for Derek Carr going down officially and being out, I was gonna make a trade with Tank for 3 to try to get Rashid Shaheed from him.
Chuck Nation sent me one for Bigsby. What's his name?
Really, Bigsby for the backup.
He sent me. I'm not gonna lie, it was some
boo-boo.
BS trade. Yeah, I think he was trying to trade me his tight end.
Oh boy.
Cole Kmet for Beasley. I was like, come on, bro.
Heck no.
Come
Bro,
on.
I knew you weren't serious, but whenever you sent me that fake trade at first, I thought you were serious. I was like, bro, I'm finna have CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins,
and
Brian and Amon-Ra. I was like, bro, I'm finna run the league, but you weren't. You were joking.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what it would take you to get a Amon. And you were like, I want CD, I want Josh Allen. I'm like, bro, you can't have everybody, bro.
Yeah, well, because you asked for Nico, and at that time,
no. Remember, I was asking for Amon.
Oh yeah, it would have been Nico and.
I didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't think Nico was gonna have the season he has.
Bro.
I thought he was gonna be. I thought straight up. I thought Diggs was gonna take over and spread over that offense, and he was gonna be the second.
See,
but I was completely wrong.
Nico Collins and David Montgomery are my two fantasy picks. Whenever I was drafting, where I was like, I've done my research. I know this. I'm telling you, they're gonna be fire, and they panned out. Like, especially Montgomery. Montgomery is Montgomery
was rated so low, though.
Yeah, I know.
That was weird.
It was crazy because literally last year he almost had a touchdown every game. He's a touchdown machine. I tried telling people that. Like, he'll get you maybe 50 yards and 30 receiving yards, but he'll get a touchdown guaranteed, maybe 2 every game.
Yeah.
And so far,
I ain't gonna lie. I think they're gonna eat against the boys.
Against Cowboys?
Yeah.
I think the running game will. Now, will they win the game? I don't know.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
The running game? Yeah, I started him for sure. I started Derrick Henry, too, when we played the Cowboys. I was like, yep, putting him in. That was beautiful. I was never been more hurt and sad at the same time. I was like, dang.
Derrick Henry has been going
crazy.
Dummy.
I'm still mad at him. Even though I won, it was scary because I almost didn't win. But even though I was mad at him on that OT against the Bengals when he didn't score. And I don't know if you saw his post game.
He said he slowed down.
Yeah, he didn't know someone behind him. Like, bro, if I would have lost because you didn't score a touchdown there, I would have been so mad at him. Because I beat Millie in the game of the week by like 4 points, I think. Like 4. Like it was like less than 4 points. So that was for the division lead. Yeah, no. If I would have lost that game, I would have been mad at Derrick Henry.
Oh yeah.
Bro, why didn't you score? And then Brock, bro, I drafted Brock thinking he would have.
And he's been struggling.
Now, fantasy-wise, with how our league set up, he's still doing well because we made it to where every 10 yards is a point. So
I know people do 25. I'm not gonna lie. I've always been used to.
My brother does 50.5 in his leagues.
For what?
So every 10 yards is half a point.
But that's dumb though because a receiver gets. And this is the way I look at it, a receiver and a running back gets the catch and the 10 yards. That's 2 points. Why couldn't the quarterback?
I feel like the people do it because I don't like that way because I feel like it relies on quarterbacks scoring touchdowns, which. I agree touchdowns should be a big part, but also if you have a 400-yard game, like I feel like you should get rewarded for that.
You're only getting 20 points in your brother's league. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like you should get rewarded a little bit more for that. Yeah. Now, I mean, I know it makes for more high-scoring leagues, but I'm okay with that as long as it's fair for everybody. I mean, as long as everyone else is getting the point system too. I don't really, but different structure, different folks. But he's been doing well because he's still been passing. Like for example, I feel like it works out. Like a prime example of why I think this is beneficial because like a prime example is Matthew Stafford has none of his receivers right now. He's lost his top 2 receivers. And it's going to be hard for him to score touchdowns with, practice squad guys. So that helps that he throws 250 yards a game on average still because that's guaranteed at least 25 points.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it helps out that moment. And if, like, for example, Joe Burrow dropped, 68 in our league this year, and Kirk Cousins dropped a 70 bomb with that 500-yard game. I'm like, it's going to happen. I mean, quarterbacks are going to have crazy games.
I mean, Josh Allen had 250 points already.
Exactly.
And so is Dak.
So it's just like I don't know. I like it that way because I feel like it makes because I feel like quarterback in terms of like tiers for fantasy like players are like third tier. Like receiver, running back are 1 and 2 depending on how you feel.
Oh yeah.
And then third is quarterback. And I feel like
I'm not gonna lie, kickers is next now from this year.
Kickers are.
I ain't gonna lie because defense has been trash,
bro. And just the fact that every kicker on God's green earth can kick 50-yard field goals now. So it's like guaranteed 6 points, whatever it is, or 3, 4, whatever.
5 points.
5 points.
10 points for. Well, I think in our league, if you make a 50 plus, I think you get. The 5 points plus, I think a bonus point because it's more than 50 yards. Or was that quarterback?
It might be quarterback. I think it's for 50-yard bombs.
50-yard bombs, you get an extra.
50-yard touchdown bomb.
Dang, Josh Allen was 1 yard off, and I would have got an extra point. He got 49. But
kickers are crazy now, especially. Yeah.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody in the mama can kick 50-yard field goals, so it's like every time I see a 50-yarder, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Here's 6 points for the guy I'm playing. Like every time.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I don't be liking watching. Sometimes I don't like watching the Cowboys
because Brandon Aubrey's just.
I mean, if he's on my team, it's different, but he's not on my team in any league.
Yeah, which is still funny. What round did Sway draft him in?
It's crazy because we laughed at him because he drafted Brandon Aubrey in the 7th round. I ain't gonna lie, I think.
Bro, the entire room when he drafted was like, bro,
what are you doing?
Like everyone.
And he knew something we didn't because he's outscored a lot of players.
Brandon Aubrey, is doing better than most receivers and running backs in the NFL, fantasy wise.
Yes, 100%.
Which is crazy.
Yes.
He's averaging more points. He also plays for the touchdown deficient Cowboys who
just, we're in the 50-yard, let's kick a field goal.
Yeah. Who no matter where they are, kick field goals.
3rd and 2, we're going to take a knee and let our kicker kick the field goal.
Because we can't finish drives. But yeah, no. it's been fun so far, man. I'm enjoying it.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Your edits have been amazing. Y'all definitely gotta check out our Instagram page. Here's our creator right here.
Yep.
Created our logo right here. He's created posts for us that are amazing. I think I should really go check it out and just appreciate the art that he has done for football. Yeah. I feel like the people that have art and that like art in football, it's gonna really help you just see what the vision is for this as well.
Yeah, just try and make it as fun and as professional as we possibly can to make it feel like we're actually in a league.
Yeah, you can go see some of our post-game interviews after wins and losses.
Milton's been killing.
I'm not gonna lie, I like his new one.
He's been the funniest one so far of all the ones I've watched. Like I've enjoyed his the most.
Yeah.
The one wherever he lost to when he lost his 4 times in a row, he's like, "We're losers, bro." I literally was laughing making it like.
We're losers.
Nonstop. He's just so funny, bro.
I like the one that Mighty Mavericks had out today.
Yeah.
I'm madder than
a rabid raccoon. Yeah, I'm more heated than a rabid raccoon.
I swear, man. Right here. Look. All right. I'm more heated than a rabid raccoon right now.
That was funny.
Now those are fun, man, and like I said, it just it makes the player involvement more fun. It makes game. I feel like it makes the league feel more intense and more.
Yeah, because I get tired of you posting that I'm lost. I've lost 2 years in a row, and all I see is at the bottom of the headlines for the week. Vegas Voyagers dropped 2.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, bro. I didn't know that.
Hey, bro, I did it to me too whenever I lost 2 straight.
I feel you. I'm just saying, appreciate that.
I was scared at first, bro. When I lost 2 in a row, I was like, please don't let me be like last year, bro. I think I went 6 and 8 last year or something. It was bad, bro. Injuries killed me the last year, so I can't be too mad. But
I mean, injuries feel like it's happening all over.
Yeah, this is a bad year for the NFL injury wise, just in general. Horrible, absolutely horrible. Which sucks for us because the setting we have on right now. But it's horrible.
It does suck for us.
Injuries are bad.
I lost my number 1 receiver.
Yeah, I lost my number 1 receiver now too.
Rashid Rice for the season.
Hopefully he'll be back in time for it's 4 to 8 weeks. So I hope 4 because I need him back for playoff push. Because I feel like without him, it's gonna be tough sledding the next couple of weeks for me. I'm gonna be struggling.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been on that waiver wire, bro. I've made 17 moves already.
Yeah, I've been looking through that like crazy. I just need dude. I just try to. There's nobody in our league on their roster that I want to trade for. Like there's no one has a really good number 2 receiver I like. The only one I liked was Rashid Shaheed, but Derek Carr went down. So I don't trust that rookie.
The only one
he looked horrible in that when he came in for Derek Carr in that Chiefs Saints game.
Who the
rookie? Their backup, their rookie. I forget his name.
Oh, that's what. I don't know if you know Spencer Rattler starting.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, versus no, he wasn't. Oh,
it wasn't him. I thought it was him.
No. It was another quarterback. I don't even know the guy's name. He had never even thrown an NFL pass. That.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I thought because I only watched the first half. I can't remember what I did. I was driving somewhere for the second half, so I couldn't watch the second half of that game, which I've never stressed so much watching a football game besides that one and the Falcons and Eagles game where Saquon Barkley cost me. I should be 3-1, or 4-1, but Saquon Barkley wanted to hold me with that drop pass. I've never been more stressed like watching that Saints and Chiefs game because I was only up by I think 50 on Millie before because he had Kamara and Patrick Mahomes left. And with how our quarterbacks are, I was like, all Patrick Mahomes has to do is throw 1 touchdown and 300 yards, and I lose because I know Alvin Kamara is getting at least 10. Which luckily Alvin Kamara had a bad game. Thank the Lord. He only had like 26 yards rushing, and I think maybe like 10 yards or 20, 30 yards receiving.
He's actually been killing it though, no lie.
Yeah. Who, Millie or Kamara or both? Yeah, both.
No, not Millie. Is Millie Milton?
Yes.
Milton is Toast Mahomes. Right?
Toast Mahomes is Millie, and then Milton is Tank for 3.
Okay, I still get them mixed up.
That's why I'd be saying Millie because Millie is Toast Mahomes. Milton is.
There's
2 Miltons.
Miltons and there's 2 Isaiahs.
Yes, me and Mighty Mavs. Coach Paco. Yeah, no.
So,
I'm glad Kamara didn't have a good game. Because and Patrick Mahomes had a bad game too, fantasy wise. He had a decent game, NFL wise, but fantasy wise, he had a bad game, and I was like, thank the Lord.
He actually hasn't been this good, and it's crazy because he's league MVP.
Bro, 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and somehow the NFL is so dumb.
If that's the case, Brock Purdy should be in the MVP conversation. Geno Smith should be in the conversation. Jalen Hurts should be in the conversation. Daniel Jones. We're just giving out MVPs now.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, after last year with Lamar.
Honestly, right now, I feel like Lamar's the only quarterback. If we're talking about who's a quarterback that I would put my petition in for MVP, with how he's playing right now, low key, I would give it to Lamar.
I would give it to Lamar. I got my rookie of the year already. We all know who it is.
McDaniels for sure. Or Jaden Daniels for sure. I keep saying McDaniels. I don't know when and where McDaniels came in my head.
Josh McDaniels. That's why. And we all just know him from when he was with the Patriots and then with the Raiders. He was supposed to be this genius. And
so
I
keep saying Jaden McDaniels.
Nah. It's Jalen Daniels, no?
It's Jalen Daniels. I keep saying Jaden McDaniels, even though it's Jalen Daniels. I don't know why, but I don't know what Mandela effect I had where I forgot his real name.
You know what makes me mad? Speaking of him.
You dropped him.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
I picked him up second week. I was like, ooh. Yeah. And I think he did all right. So I think that was the only loss they had.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I didn't keep you. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then
he went crazy.
He just went dummy.
And I'm mad too because I would have him right now, but so it literally the stars were aligned for me to like have the perfect. My first week being first in the waiver order, the stars were aligned for me to have like the best like free agency pickup. I was gonna make a whole storyline about it. Like it was gonna be amazing, because I was picking up. I was first in the waiver wires, and that's whenever Jalen Daniels was available.
Isaiah Likely.
No, I got likely after week 1. I picked him
up. That's what I'm saying. You said after.
But no, I'm saying my first week being first on the waiver order, which I think was going into week 5. I think it was either into week 5 or into week 4. But Jaden Daniels was on. I was gonna pick up Jaden Daniels. I was gonna pick up. I picked up Romeo Dunze, which at the time he was balling, but then he got hurt. And then who was the other people? I had a whole list. Essentially, there was like all the people that were slated. The only person who didn't pan out after everything was Romeo Dunze. I think I still have the photo on my phone, but I had the chance to pick up all those guys. Oh, I know. What was his name? Jawan Jennings. The week before he popped off, I think I was gonna pick him up. It was either the week before or week after, and I was like, let me just have him just in case until they get injuries back.
Oh, so you picked him up the week?
I think it was week after though. But essentially, the moral of the story is I had them all lined up, but I forgot to edit. I forgot to edit the order in which who I pick up first. So like how whenever you're doing waiver wire and you put in your requests, it has pending requests and it shows you everyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I accidentally had it to where I had the order mixed up, where I basically went backwards from who I wanted. Like who I wanted last was first, and who I wanted first, which was Jaden McDaniels, or Jaden Daniels was last. Yes. So I didn't get Jaden because I wanted to replace Stafford for Jaden Daniels because that would have been a perfect replacement when I had Brock Purdy and Jaden Daniels. And I messed up, so I got like half of who I wanted, and one half of the half I got was Romeo Dunze, and he was trash. And I was like, bruh. So I lost out on having a really good.
I ain't gonna lie, my project ended up working out.
Who's that?
What I tell you about? Remember Brian Thomas?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I knew he. It's just I don't know what something told me in the offseason when I watched their preseason games, and they were just. He was just. Trevor was just slinging the ball to him, and I was like,
yeah,
I'm gonna pick him up.
Yeah.
Something just told me to pick him up, and I ain't gonna lie. He is literally I just seen it right now. Out of like the top 10 receivers, I think 5 of them are LSU, and he's one of them.
Yeah.
Him, Jamar, Justin, and I forgot who the other one was.
So far, my season-saving waiver wire pickup, which was in that week, who was the other half besides Romeo Dunze, was Chuba Hubbard. 7th. He is ranked 7th in fantasy running backs. So now I have Derrick Henry, Chuba Hubbard, and Montgomery, which I feel like
that's a good squad.
Solid. Kind of puts me in as
the only one that's questionable is Hubbard. If he can stay consistent like us, because
he's been consistent since Andy Dalton has become the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers.
Because they actually got a quarterback that can throw now.
Yeah, he's been consistent. I think. Let me look at his points real quick.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just look at this.
I think he's averaged 20 so far. Yeah. So except for this past week in Chicago, so his first week he had 27.9 against. So week 3, whenever they started Andy Dalton. He finished with almost 28 points. He had 27.9. Week 4, he had a touchdown, 104 yards rushing, 22.1 points. And then this week, 97 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, 17.5. So he's been averaging about 20 points a game so far since I picked him up. He's been my safety net because Austin Eckler didn't pan out for me like I thought he was going to.
Yeah.
Injury. He was starting to get hot, and then he got injured. So I dropped him for Chuba Hubbard, and
it's been working out ever since.
He saved me against Millie because Montgomery was on a bye week.
Oh yeah.
So I needed a reliable backup option, and he was there. So because Josh Jacobs, he let me down, bro. I ain't gonna lie so far.
Oh, so far, yeah. I got him in another league. Oh
yeah,
my God.
He's my new Joe Mixon. He's the one I was like, all right, I'm drafting you. I believe in you. You did great last year. I'm trusting you to do great this year, and he finally got his first touchdown on my bench. this past week because I didn't start him last week, and that's the one week he wants to get a touchdown. Now, luckily, Chuba Hubbard outplayed him, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But I was just mad that he went in the end zone. You chose the 1 week when I don't start you to get in the end zone.
That's why I'm mad about Rashid Rice, bro.
Yeah.
He was my. I'm sorry. He was a Steeler draft for me.
He was. No, Rashid
20,
Rice.
he was averaging. He literally 17, 19,
I didn't think he was going to be
21.
that good fantasy wise.
Oh, I knew he was going to be that good because
I didn't
last
think he
year
was.
I had him on my last year fantasy team.
Yeah.
And remember I told you last year.
Yeah, because he balled out
led,
towards the end of the year.
and
last year.
he led the league in yak,
Yeah.
but in front of Tyreek and
wow.
CD. So I was like,
Yeah.
I had been watching him. He was like my Nico Collins. I had been watching him.
Yeah.
Been studying him. I was like,
I
and
knew,
then
bro.
he kept dropping and kept dropping. I'm like, okay, so I kept picking and picking, and then finally I got to where he was like the best player.
Yeah.
I think I got him I got him for a steal, bro. I think I got him in the 5th round.
I was looking back at our draft, and I could have had Justin Jefferson and Nico Collins, but I chose Amara.
I'm not gonna lie, I like CD. I wish I would have took a running back.
Yeah.
The only reason I drafted CD, I just didn't want him to fall into your hands.
Ironically, I would have not picked him up because someone else would have picked him before me. Drake probably would have.
And I was thinking about letting him drop, bro, because I mean, I'm gonna give me all the top 5 picks so far. The top 5 have been trash. I don't care. Christian McCaffrey, trash. Brees Hall, trash. B.J. Robinson.
That's what I'm most surprised about is Brees Hall. I knew McCaffrey was going to be trash fantasy wise because I knew he was going to get injured because he was already injured and there was just signs he's going to get injured.
That's been a crazy story too. That 10 to 9, bro. It went from
one leg to both legs to severe another leg.
From 1 week to now it's 4 games. Now we don't know.
Now he's in Germany and I'm like, bro. But Brees, I was surprised with Brees Hall. I wasn't surprised about Bijan. I feel like with Bijan, it was not too many mouths to feed, but I just feel like with Kirk is more of a passing quarterback.
He likes to feed everybody.
Yeah, he likes to feed everyone, and I feel like also, like I said, I feel like he's always been more of a pass dominant. Like his offenses every offense he's been in has always been a pass dominant.
Yeah, 100%.
So I didn't really expect Bijan to be. I mean, obviously Bijan's still talented and really good, so I know he makes the best of his opportunities. But I just knew he wasn't going to be as productive as he was before because now they actually have people and weapons to throw to. So it's not just the Falcons being like, "Here, Bijan, like carry the offense."
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had these players last year. Mooney, they just didn't have the quarterback to get him. And then, I mean, you had Drake, Mooney. Oh no, Mooney signed this offseason. And then you got Kyle Pitts,
and it helps that it helps the Falcons, but it hurts Bijan that Kyle Pitts is finally having a decent year, and then Drake London is stepping up to another level because I feel like last year he was okay, but this year he actually is like playing really well.
You got a quarterback.
Yeah.
He looked at Desmond Ridder and was like,
"Yeah, no facts." But he was still balling out with Desmond Ridder. It just wasn't.
I mean,
what his full potential could be. Obviously.
I just don't think it was nothing against Desmond Ridder. I just don't think, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Desmond Ridder was a grade A quarterback.
Nah, I think he was, subpar at best.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, yeah, Kurt is that guy. I mean, we could tell in the Vikings offense. I mean, we knew he could sling that ball and coming over here. I mean, the only thing that made me question about Kirk Cousins was obviously the Achilles, and he's even said it that he's not 100%.
Yeah, he looks like it too when you watch him play.
He doesn't. If you watch, I was watching the game the other day. If you watch him, he's not putting that. And same thing with Jordan Love as well.
Yeah,
they're not putting that. They're not able to put that pressure on that back foot.
Yeah,
so that's where they're struggling right now.
Yeah, and you can tell by the way his throws look. He also look. I don't know if you've seen. I mean, you just said you watch Kirk, but he looks in pain when he throws too. He always has like obviously quarterbacks make some sort of face when they throw, but like his looks like a grimace. Like he's.
And then have you seen him trying to throw kind of like the ball? Like, kind of like
it's not as tight too as well, and his like you say his back foot, so he can't put a lot of like oomph like power into that ball. So his balls always look very like slow and. Yeah, they're not dots that they used like I've seen him throw before.
A-Rod too, bro. I'm
gonna be honest, bro. I think this is A-Rod's last year.
If it's not, it's just he's being selfish.
Yeah, and I think he is a team killer. I really do think. I think he's very toxic. He just gives off toxic energy to the Jets. I don't know why.
To me, I just think he just does what he wants, what's best for him, regardless of what's best for the team or anything. So I think exactly what you say, 100%. I think he's a team killer. I think he's a. It sounds messed up. I mean, he's a cancer in the locker room, was what it seems like.
Yeah, and I don't think he got Salah fired, but I think he played a role in it.
That's what I'm sitting there saying. People sit there and say, he sits there and says, "Oh, that's blatantly wrong." So you met with the owner the night before.
Yeah.
You're telling me y'all didn't talk about.
No, I'm not saying you were like, "Hey, fire Robert Salah."
Yeah, I'm not saying
but
that.
You probably played a role. If my star quarterback, if I'm a GM, if Aaron Rodgers is like, "Hey, the offense, blah, blah, blah," and is griping, and he griped about coaching and stuff like that. Come on.
100%.
So like if my star quarterback, who I brought in thinking he could change his franchise and bring a championship to our squad, if compared to Robert Salah, who already was kind of on the hot seat in general,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, 100%.
You had your excuse at first was, well, I had Zach Wilson. You forced me to use Zach Wilson. Now you have Aaron Rodgers. So what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, as a GM, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, offensive line got better.
Yeah.
You went out and got more
We
weapons.
got weapons for you. Like, what's going on? So, not saying that I think that's what's the right move, but if I'm the GM and Aaron Rodgers is talking to me, that's exactly what's going through my head. So, like, you definitely played a role, Aaron Rodgers. Whether you indirectly or directly got him out of there, you played a role in getting him fired. I'm sorry, whether you like it or not. You're Aaron Rodgers, bro. You carry weight. If you complain about him, which you probably didn't complain about him directly, but you complained about him indirectly, you probably got his job fired.
Yeah, I mean, bro, and then he sits there and says like he didn't, but like the way y'all showed your relationship in the public.
Yeah,
like it was trash. It didn't look like
it didn't look like y'all. Yeah, you had no chemistry.
Didn't look
no
y'all like each other.
Yeah, I agree.
It didn't look like you wanted to be there and playing. Like he was excited, and Aaron Rodgers like backup's like.
Yeah, and I get it. I don't like hugs, but like, come on, bro. I've seen you hug people before.
Yes.
Like, I feel like he was just trying to play it off. Like it's fine, bro. If you didn't like him, it's cool. And then his boy Nathaniel Hackett got demoted. I don't know if you saw that.
Got demoted?
Yeah, he's no longer offensive coordinator. He's still on the team. They didn't fire him, but they promoted.
You didn't fire the offensive coordinator?
They promoted someone else.
They promoted the defensive coordinator, head coach. I know that.
And then they promoted. I can't remember who they. I'll look at it.
I didn't see who they promoted.
It's on Adam. It's my boy Adam Schefter. My boy with the updates.
You see, he might become the NBA.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like that.
First we lost Woj. Now we're gonna lose Adam, bro. Who's gonna give us news?
No. He's gonna do both.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know both.
Yeah, he's gonna do both.
That's crazy.
I don't want him to.
I don't want him to either. I didn't want Woj to leave either. I need Woj.
Why. Oh, he left for a head coaching position.
Yeah, college though, right? I think it was. College, my boy Wojbomb. I want my Wojbombs back, bro. I can't find it, but they were he had. Oh, it was on All Sports. That's who it was. Not it was Adam. It was this other page I follow called All Sports News. You should follow them. They have really good updates. I'm not trying to plug them, but Jets demote Nathaniel Hackett, named Todd Downing play caller. I don't know who Todd Downing is, but he coaches for the Jets, or is some sort of assistant. But yeah, they demoted him. So now,
you see what Sauce came out and said after?
No, I didn't see what Sauce
said. Sauce was like, "We're still doing it for Robert."
Oh, dang.
Yeah, he's like, "We're still."
Well, I think it's messed up how they fired him. How they escorted him. They couldn't even talk to his team or let him know that he got fired.
I think, and that sounds messed up. I think that shows the Jets organization. I think also too, Jets organization is trash. If you're poverty, y'all are trash. You can get on to me all you want. New York Jets are a poverty franchise. They are trash.
Yeah. That's messed up.
And
bro.
I think that's what they showed how they messed out.
Because there's that one Jets player who found out through his neighbor that Robert Saleh got fired. Yeah, he didn't know his head coach got fired until his neighbor, like, I think called him or texted him or told him, like, hey, your head coach got fired. Like, imagine you being in the NFL and you're just chilling. I call you, hey, bro, did you hear Mike McCarthy got fired? What? Yeah, no, he got fired. Like, you play for the Cowboys. How would you not know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
my thing is, why didn't they let him address the players?
I don't know.
Like,
I feel like it probably not got physical or anything, but I feel like probably Robert was kind of like angry, and I feel like he had to get. That's why, because they said escorted out. I don't know if that was him like causing a scene and got escorted out, or if it was the Jets organization just being POSs and being like, all right, get out, you're fired.
I think it was a little bit of both. I could see Robert definitely being like,
what the heck? Yeah.
Like, dude,
so I feel like what happened was, well, can I tell my players?
Yeah.
No, you got to leave right now. Why can't I tell my players? You have to leave right now. And then they escorted him because he got mad. Rightfully so.
My thing is, I think it was too early in the season for him to be fired.
I agree.
Now,
so too.
after this season, like you said, he's on the hot seat 100%. You let him play it out with a year with Aaron Rodgers, regardless of how Aaron Rodgers feels. Because I'm sorry, there's no quarterback, there's no coach out there right now that's going to come in and is going to change any of those problems with the Jets organization.
Oh, yeah. And also, too, Aaron Rodgers plays a role in why the offense is so bad. He hates pre-snap motions, which is like everybody and their mama is doing that in the NFL now. Like, that's the new norm.
That's the new game, exactly.
And so, like, you on some archaic BS. Like, come on, bro. Like, I get it. You're Aaron Rodgers, but, like, come on, man. You got to get with the new. You're obviously it wasn't working. Like, it wasn't working. And then he just looks really bad in that London game, bro. He looks so bad in that London game.
That's what happens when I ain't trying to be mean. I don't care. You're 40 years old. You should have been at mandatory camp.
Yeah.
You want to go on a little vacation. You're coming off injury. This is a whole new team. Like, bro.
And even if his number one receiver don't even have a chemistry. Him and Garrett Wilson have no chemistry.
None.
He just had his first 100-yard game.
I know, and I just happened to be playing him.
Yeah. And in London.
He had like 12 catches, 110 yards, and a tutty.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they force-fed him to. Aaron Rodgers force-fed him too. I think at halftime, no other receiver had a target except for Garrett Wilson. at halftime, or was it some crazy stat like that? I remember because I was when I was working, so I was kind of watching.
I ain't trying to be me. This is all Aaron's team.
Lazard.
What'd you call it? You got the new offensive line.
Yeah.
And Bryce is coming off of ACL. You got the offensive coordinator who just got demoted.
That was his boy too.
You built like 3 of these pieces are your pieces, bro. Like straight from you. You're one of the pieces, Lazard, and then Hackett.
Yeah.
You got 3 big. You play.
No Hackett. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sorry, Alan Lazard showed you in Green Bay he's not that guy.
Yeah.
I don't care number 2 or number 3. Yeah, he's having a right season. I ain't gonna lie.
Decent. Yeah. My brother wants to trade him, and I thought about it.
I just don't trust the Jets.
But I just don't trust the Jets. Yeah, I thought about it because I saw him post like in the ESPN chat, likely to trade Alan Lazard, and I was like, I do need number 2 receiver to replace Nico until Nico comes back. But I was like, I don't want to give up any. There's no one on my roster that I want to give up, but I think equals Alan Lazard.
Yeah,
or that's worth Alan Lazard. So I was like, I'm good. I'll wait. Like I said, I would have traded for Raheem Shaheed, but Derek Carr went down. But yeah, no, Aaron Rodgers. I think this is his last year, 100%. I'm glad I didn't draft him.
I was thinking about late, like having him on my back. I was like, man, and I'm glad I didn't because
who has him?
I don't know.
I can't remember who has him. I'll look at.
And I'm not gonna lie, I used to admire Aaron Rodgers. I really did, and up until the last couple of years. Because I mean, I don't care what nobody says. He's still the most. To me, he can put the ball.
Yeah,
anywhere. He's
talent-wise, yeah.
Talent-wise, he's the most precision quarterback when it comes to passing I've ever seen.
Fred has him.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, Fred has him. I'm good.
Hey, Fred, this for you to see.
Yeah.
How about them boys?
How about them boys? I texted him. I didn't talk.
I ain't gonna lie. It did take us 2 days to beat y'all, but we still beat y'all.
I'm crying. I didn't talk any mess to him because what do you call it?
I mean, he really didn't talk mess. He only got offended when I said Cleveland was gonna have a better season, and I was completely off by that.
Yeah, no.
I'll give you that one, Fred. I just thought they were. I didn't think Deshaun Watson was gonna be this trash.
Speak of the devil, he's in town. Celeste just texted me. He's in town.
Oh, nice.
We can just reach out with him. Anyways, yeah, I texted him after we won. Let me find it real quick. I texted my 2 Steeler fans I know. I said, "Good game, bro. I'm not even gonna talk blank. It was a great game overall." Because at the time. That game, I was so mad about that game. I didn't see it as an impressive win because I was just so angry.
It was an ugly win. That's what it was.
It was an ugly, impressive win. It was impressive in the fact that there's 9 times out of 10, if you have 3 turnovers, 2 which in the red zone, you don't win those games. And the fact that the Cowboys of all teams, were able to find resiliency to fight back, I'm surprised.
I'm not gonna lie. I walked in. I was just like the ESPN analyst. Obviously, I'm a fan, but I'm gonna be real with myself. I walked in. I told you I didn't think we were gonna beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I didn't feel either.
Not in home with that defense.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And
either.
Especially as soon as TJ Watt, the first drive, I'm not playing.
For me, when Micah and D-Law went down, I was like, yeah, we're not beating Pittsburgh.
No, well, that did play a role, but to me, when I seen TJ make an effect right away, I'm like, well, there goes that. He's already started, and TJ Watt's the best defensive player in the game right now.
For sure.
No question.
For sure, no question.
When I seen that, I was like, man, it's tough.
We can go ahead and segue into the boys. I am curious what the dynamic and headspace is of Micah and D-Law right now, because especially if we go past 2 games, game and a half without you guys, we've stopped the run because they kind of got hurt in the middle of the Giants game, and then the Steelers game we held Najee Harris to nothing.
Yeah, and I had him going over. It was one time I had him going over.
The one time the defense would step up.
Yeah.
So it's my thing is like if we go into Detroit or if we go play Detroit because we're playing in Dallas, but if we play Detroit and we stop that double attack, which for fantasy wise I hope we don't. I hope it's a crazy shootout game where they just run the ball like crazy. But if Detroit comes to our house and we haven't won a home game yet, we're 0-2 at home, which weird. 3-0 on the road. 3-0 on the road.
How are we 32-0
I don't know,
at first, and then we just dropped the last 2?
I don't know. We've
been blown out by like 30, 40 points.
Yeah, the past 3 games, the combined score is crazy.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's like 80 to something. Anyways, but if Detroit comes here and we stop that, one of the most, if not the most balanced team in football with passing attack and rushing attack. If we can go in, if we can stop the running game, the defense, if we can stop the running game, and if we can hold the lines to I would say nothing more than 17 points. I wonder what Micah Parsons and D-Law are thinking. Are we?
I'm wondering what the head coach is thinking.
If I'm
Mike McCarthy, I'm sitting there looking at Micah and D-Law and be like,
"You're the problem.
You're the problem." Yeah. I'm not even lying.
All those guys are like, "Who? We need people to be accountable and stop playing Superman." It was you being Superman. Stop being Superman. Fill your role. Fill your gap. Micah, stop being an edge rusher. Be a linebacker, please.
Yes.
Especially since Eric Kendricks is probably going to be out for this game. We need more linebackers. All right, and bro, injuries
And
is
D-Law, make the tackle in the
yes,
backfield.
Yes, Micah and D-Law, they both missed a lot of sacks this year.
Oh.
A lot of sacks and tackles for loss. Like, I'm like, ooh, penetration. They got through. And then I see D-Law take a bad angle and get juked out. I'm like, bro, why do you always – my entire time watching you since you joined the Cowboys, you just take horrible angles every time.
He does.
Every
It's
time.
like he goes like this.
Yes. I'm like, bro, you are so great at getting the backfield, so great at penetrating the offensive line, and you just have the worst angles afterwards. Like, I don't know how you train to get better at that, but that needs to be your off-season, mid-season, every season thing you work on, bro, because I love you, bro, but, like, that's the one thing I hate about you. Like he never,
like I'll be sitting there.
takes the right angle.
Oh,
I'm at the cheer. Then he missed. I'm like, bro.
And there goes a 15-yard run.
Exactly. Because no one else is ready because everyone thought it was gonna be a sack. But especially with our injuries, bro. Because I was ironically when I was driving here, I was listening to 105 through the fan, and they had a Cowboys insider come on. And she was talking about all the injuries, and it's bad, really bad. Parsons obviously is out.
D-Law.
Kendrick and D-Law too. Kendrick is going to probably be out. He's a calf injury. He's questionable right now, but it's not looking so hot. And you're like, okay, cool. Who's his backup? Nick Vigil. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's also hurt too as well. So it's probably going to be
Like is Overshadow hurt?
Overshown's still hurt. No, Overshown's still fine.
Overshown,
I'm
good.
I'm letting you know right now, bro.
He a dog.
He's a dog for sure. If like I think I told you this when you were at my mom's when we were watching the game.
when
If Overshown was healthy last year, we never lose Leighton Vanders.
Yep.
Leighton Vanders is still playing football to this day if Overshown was healthy last year. Because me and my brother both, when we watched this preseason game, I was like, this dude's a dog. Like, I know it's preseason, yada, 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 but, like, nah, you could tell this kid was special from the
I feel
rip.
like that's what we were missing. You know, that's what we've been missing. Sorry. Not that's what we're missing. That's what we've been missing.
And I don't know if you watched the Sound from Sidelines this week for the Steelers, but...
You watch what?
The Sounds from Sidelines?
No.
For the Steelers, but Overshown's already being a leader, bro. You know how we had that guy was like I don't know his first name. His last name was Wheat, the backup DN or defensive tackle we had that played for us. He came in for Neyland. Oh, his name was he was a dog too. Look,
Joseph has been a dog too since we signed him.
Shout out our practice squad guys because they're balling out. Not gonna lie, I know it's only been one game, but I mean playing in Pittsburgh is hard. I don't care. I don't care if Pittsburgh's 0-16. Playing in Pittsburgh is hard.
That's one of the definitely top 5 stadiums to go into and win.
Yes, and especially with the weather conditions they experience and a delay, so you have a battle before the game even starts of trying to stay locked in, trying to stay poised. Like, shout out our practice squad guys because they balled out against Steelers, and Wheat was one of them. But in the Sound for Sidelines, what do you call it? Overshown's already was like hyping the guys up, like, you know, like, hey man, just remember you're a dog. Like he was already being a leader. I'm like, bro, this kid's basically his rookie year essentially because you know he was hurt his first year. This man's already like making impacts both.
I noticed Dak started to do that too.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw it, but you didn't see. But also too, there's whenever who was it? There was I can't remember if we were on offense or defense. Oh, we were on defense because Dak sent something. One of the Pittsburgh guys got tackled into our bench, and the guy there was a little scuffle on our bench, and Dak said, "Get your hands off me," and then they said "punk," but they bleeped it out. He said something else. Yeah, so I guess Dak back in his villain arc again. Which I love.
I just need Dak to not care about what anybody says because he's got a star on his helmet, so he's always going to receive hate.
I really don't think Dak has been the problem this year. I just think Jerry Jones did absolute nothing to help this team out, and so
they did a take that was great. Dallas Cowboys are the greatest team to not set up their quarterback.
Yes, yeah, only quarterback in history, from my knowledge, that I've seen that the owner and team just does nothing to help him and expects him to do
everything.
Something. Yeah, like absolutely nothing. It's horrible.
I mean, people can say what they want, but you lost your star left tackle last year, Tyron Smith, for $14 million, which you could have re-signed him. Yeah. You didn't sign Derrick Henry for $8 million.
Not only that, you didn't sign Derrick Henry, you didn't sign Saquon, you didn't sign Josh Jacobs, you didn't sign anybody.
You didn't sign Adam Jones.
You brought back Zeke.
You didn't help our defense either. You didn't sign Stephon Gilmore. You didn't go out and get that. You didn't go out and get the defensive tackle. There was a big name, DJ Reader, I believe he was big.
There was a whole bunch. No, there was defensively there was. Literally the two things we needed, which were a running back and the defensive pieces. That was what all free agency was a whole bunch of linebackers
and running backs.
Linebackers, linemen, and running backs. That's all free agency was this year, and we did absolutely nothing. I watched teams get these guys for 5th rounders, 6th rounders, 3rd rounders. I'm like, bro. And watching those same guys picked up be difference makers on their squad.
Yep.
And I'm like, bro.
Stephon Gilmore, perfect example, caught the game-winning interception against the New York Jets.
Yep. I'm just like, bro.
I've seen Malik Hooker drop a straight pick.
Yep.
I am not saying he's not. Obviously, they play two different positions, but I'm
Yes.
sitting there saying still secondary.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro. And then that's what I'm saying. Like that's why, like this year, I don't care what happens. I'm not blaming any players this year. I'm pointing everything at management and this team. Like, there's nothing anybody on this roster can do that will make a big enough difference for the amount of deficiencies we have.
And 100%, that's what I would say. I would before I would blame the players, but it's clearly, and everybody sees it as a Cowboy. If you're a real Cowboy fan who actually pays attention, not one of these delusional fans,
or the stat track walkers,
yeah. Like seriously, if you go look, just management has set us up to fail. And yeah, we have the star power,
which we really don't.
Exactly, that's what I was just about to say.
More so defensively, I would say, yeah, we have a lot of star
I was like,
power.
because offense, you got Dak and Zeke.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Dak and CD,
and then somewhat Ferguson right now, because he hasn't been a star, but he's been impactful.
Yeah,
I'll say that much.
He has potential.
He has potential. He hasn't necessarily bloomed into a star yet, but he's impactful. Where like that you didn't watch the game. I know you didn't watch the second half of the game because you had to leave. But on that final drive, I don't know if you watched the final drive at all. But on that final drive, it was third and long, like I think 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10. And I was like, "Yep, we're gonna lose this game." Because I was like, "We're not converting this." And Dak threw this Ferguson found this sat in the zone, the perfect zone, caught this ball, made
down
it
the middle. No.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the field. Made him miss, turn around.
So,
First down, I was like, thank the Lord.
I remember him seeing it like this.
Yeah, he always sits. He sat in the route. Yeah,
so
no.
I was like,
so Jake Ferguson is impactful. Hunter Lemke is impactful too.
Oh,
ever since that fumble at Miami, he's been holding it down.
Well, I was about to say I thought it was him who fumbled. He was
Rico
leading.
Dowdle.
Yeah, it was Rico. That was funny.
Hey, shout out Dak for saving the game on that too, bro. Because when that ball came out, I thought it was all over.
Bro, when I watched it, and I just see Dak dive on it, bro. I was like, that's how you do it, Cam Newton.
No, facts.
That's how you do it.
And I think it's hilarious because Cam Newton's been talking real loud about Dak too. And I'm like,
game manager, this and that.
Yeah.
That's why you out the league. I ain't trying to be.
This is how you are. You put your body and your line on for your squad.
This is how you sustain a NFL career.
Yeah. Speaking of which, he got hired on First Take.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he starts October 17th.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Cam as analyst. Like,
bro,
seriously, I really don't. I respect him as a player. I liked him as a player.
I loved him as a player. He was great.
I loved him for real. Superman.
He played us. I hate it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna lie because Superman was my favorite, superhero growing up. So when he did that, I thought that was like the coolest thing.
That Thanksgiving game was the hardest thing to watch ever. Whenever Tony Romo came back.
They did those baby blues too, and those nice uniforms.
Because Tony Romo came back. That was the game he came back after the injury.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go.
And then he got hurt again, didn't he?
Yeah. We're finna run the table. Let's go. He even made that post on his social media, like from whatever. I think it was from Moneyball or some movie. Where like, what's left to do? He's like, win the whole effing thing. And I was like, all right, we're finna run the table. Let's go. And then we got our butts spanked on Thanksgiving.
And then lost our quarterback again.
And then lost him again. And I was like, all right, cool, awesome. But yeah,
they had that defense though. I mean, they had Thomas Davis. They had Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, that squad was stacked, bro.
Yeah, so man, Luke Kuechly tired 28. That's crazy. Yeah. But I'm surprised Cam got a hand, especially with some of the takes he has. I think he has some.
That's probably why they hired him. ESPN's dumb, man. They let anybody. Darren Orlovsky, I'm gonna tag you in this, Darren Orlovsky, because you are the stupidest man I know on earth.
Wow.
Like, no, bro. His latest takes.
Oh, tell me about it, because you said
yes, bro. This man's been on a spree of the dumbest takes, and I don't know if it's actually how you feel, Dan, or I don't know if it's like ESPN be like, hey, you have to choose this side, so make it work. Because I know there's probably some sort of foul play at hand, but ESPN like, hey, like,
I'm sure there's some script.
You can't all agree. Someone has to disagree. So even though it's stupid, take the side and defend it with honor. I'm like, all right, but Dan does it so much, I don't think it's ESPN. I just think it's Dan just being utterly stupid. So there's 3 takes he gave that were dumb. One was, do the 49ers deserve a pass for how they started the season? He was like, yes, they do. They're injured like crazy. Dan, just the Cowboys alone. Every team, first off, there's so many teams. A prime example, the Giants just beat the Seattle Seahawks with, I think, 5 of their key starters out. Found a way to win. The 49ers were missing 3 of their Avengers in this past game against the Cardinals, but you were up by 10 and you blew a lead. The Cowboys were missing the list I just read for you. So we were missing Parsons, Cooks, Lawrence, Martin came out for a little bit. Guyton got hurt in the middle of the game. Nealing, our backup got hurt in the middle of the game. We found a way to win. Like the whole injury thing, I think it's so like, does it play a role in people losing? Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, you still find a way. If you're a good team, you still find a way to win.
Yep.
And the 49ers don't look like world beaters this year. I'm sorry. They're not trash or bad. They're still a good team.
I just think they're missing Christian McCaffrey. I think that
I don't
shows
even think
you-
it's that, bro. I just think I think it's a coaching thing. I think this team, and I think it's a coaching thing, and I think it's Brock Purdy not regressing, but not growing this year.
Mm.
I don't think he's regressed, but I think he stayed the same. He hasn't gotten better from what he was last year, and not having Christian McCaffrey doesn't help him either for his growth. But 49ers do not deserve a pass for how bad they played. They still are one of the best rosters in the NFL. And all the teams they've lost
They're
to.
only literally missing Christian McCaffrey.
Yes.
Trent Williams.
Well, Debo was in the game.
Well, he
came back.
He's back.
Yeah, I'm saying like I'm talking about games so far. He's been out for a couple.
No, but I'm saying like for most of the
yeah, you've had most, but you've had out of your Avengers squad. The max you've missed is 3. But I'm telling you, like that team,
and that's
no
just
excuse.
on offense.
There's no excuse for that.
What
team.
about defense?
Exactly. Defense is playing a lot more suspect this year than they have ever. The past 2 games they've lost, they're 0-2 division right now. They lost the Cardinals and then the Rams, division wise.
Yeah, and they're playing the 3rd game in a row.
Seahawks right now.
Speaking of that, actually, I just want to put in something here. Do you think 49ers go and talk to Robert?
Saleh?
Yeah.
There's some reports that they have.
Yeah, that's what I'm
so.
saying.
I think
I ain't gonna lie.
I would. Hey, you want to be?
I'm the Dallas Cowboys. I'm talking to
you.
you.
Would it be a defensive consultant for me? I would.
I'll go right now. Pick him up.
Yeah. I'll be, hey, bro. You want to come
Mike
here?
Zimmerman, here you go. You teach your replacement because next year you go. I'm just playing.
I don't blame. Mike Zimmer is probably the only coach out of the Dallas Cowboys coaching staff right now I don't blame because I just feel like he has, especially with all the injuries, because most of our injuries are the defensive side of the ball.
No.
So he's just working with spare parts.
Well, what about the first 2 weeks?
First 2 weeks. Well, I think the first but you got to think about it. New head coach, new system. I think the first 2 weeks were the guys getting under, and also to guys like getting used to his system and trying to do the thing. Like you got to realize too, because it's a lingo change, it's a scheme change. So I mean, like I just feel like it was, especially with the whole Superman mentality that Micah and D-Law were apparently alluding to. The guys were trying to do their own thing. I just feel like it was guys not following what Mike Zimmer said. And I feel like it's more so proof with the past 2 games, because now you have these practice squad guys that are coming in that are hungry for their job. They're like, I know if I mess up once, I'm cut out of the NFL. Let me listen to what Coach Zim says, and we've stopped the run effectively 2 times in a row now.
True.
So that's why I feel like if the defense played like trash these past 2 weeks against the Giants, against the Steelers, I'd be like, yeah, it's on Zim.
All right, and here's something we'll say. Here's something I'll say to that. We're football fans. We gotta look at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Did we play some great offenses though? I'm not trying to take away anything of us, but first of all,
I would say
the
no.
Giants.
We don't.
We've owned them for the last.
We
6
haven't
years.
played any good offenses yet. No, but
Like our first real challenge is gonna be
the Lions,
Oh yeah.
offense wise.
My bad. I was thinking about. I don't know why I thought
afterwards.
because we got bye week after this.
Yeah,
right?
we got
that's what I was
Lions
thinking.
bye
I
week,
thought it was
Niners.
Yeah.
Niners are the next.
I ain't
task.
gonna lie. These are gonna be the tough. These
But
gonna be-
my not my counter, but what I would say, I agree and disagree. We haven't played any great offenses yet, but at the same time,
I mean, it's the
the offense that we have played have more so the Steelers than the Giants, but they could have benefited off of what we're the worst at, which is the run.
Mm-hmm.
You had Justin Fields and Najee Harris. Everybody before the game was like they're gonna run down their throats.
I had a parlay in for Najee Harris going over
And Justin Fields going over.
Fields going over.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, that's what I mean. And obviously, the Steelers and the Giants aren't these, top 5
Yeah,
offenses.
they're definitely bottom 10 offenses. Let's
But
be real.
run game-wise, like what we struggle at, what we're worse at, because pass-wise, we're not that bad. Pass defense. It's really just our rushing defense that is.
Shout out to Lewis. He's been balling out.
Shout out. And Donovan Wilson needs you to lock in, bro. Dono needs you to lock in, bro. Because he had this really dumb play.
Against Steelers?
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Like, why? Why'd you hit Justin Fields? He was clearly out of bounds. So, but yeah, no. Like what we struggle as a run is run defense. So, like in terms of the teams we played run defense wise, that's what I mean. Like we haven't played any great offenses yet. This first test, this line against the Lions will be the first test for the defense as a whole. But in terms of the run defense, that's what I mean. We're like we've improved. It's not. I think it was more so like people just trying to do things outside of what Zim has said, compared to like I said, it being a Zim problem. I don't think Zim's a problem. I just think whoever the divas were, or the Supermans were, which I really do think it's Micah and D-Law, because
I think it's more Micah than D. I'm sorry. I think D-Law, he has the dog in him. He's just a happy dog. He just
I just need Micah to get off the edge. Stop like if you can still be an edge rusher from the linebacker position. You don't always have to line up on the edge. Like you can still rush the quarterback from the linebacker position, bro. You can still hit your same same stand up pose, get a little bit of rush. Like you can do all that stuff. I just don't need you on the edge all the time. Like all the time. It's so frustrating.
You're one of the best athletes, bro. I need you on the field. I need you sideline to sideline.
Like who was it? I think it was Malik Hooker. Like, bro, we need you to like lock in, bro. Help the run defense. The best way you can help the run defense is to line up as a linebacker. Play your role. Play your position. But yeah, so back with the Dan Orlovsky. So like I said, he was saying that the Niners deserve a pass because of injuries. And he was like, oh, if their kicker didn't get hurt, they'd be 4-1. And so your reasoning is injuries and what if scenarios. Obviously, your argument's invalid now. I'm sorry. If you're giving what if scenarios, your argument's invalid. And the entire first take staff like ripped him, like cooked him. They were like, bro, you're dumb. Basically, like they were professionally saying you're dumb, bro. Like that's stupid. And then his second take that I think is idiotic. I was talking to you a little bit before. It was who had the most disappointing season so far, the Cowboys or the Eagles? And he was like, oh, by far the Cowboys. And I'm sitting here like, huh? You're telling me the team that did absolutely nothing in free agency, absolutely zero. The only free agency we moved was bringing back an old Ezekiel Elliott and signing Eric Kendricks. That was our two biggest splashes.
And then we signed splashes, but we did sign a practice squad center.
Oh yes, and then we brought in Dalvin Cook to sit on the practice squad so far, which I don't understand. Like we need a jolt in the run game. Bring in Dalvin Cook. If he plays like trash, cool. The run game's still trash. Like it doesn't change.
We're still
anything.
In the same place.
Yeah, it doesn't change. Might as well try because if he's really good or if he makes it better, then you only get better. I think you should do right now. I think it should be Rico RB1 and Dalvin Cook RB2, and that's it. And then
your power back Zeke
or
one yard, on the 1 yard line, need 1 yard Zeke.
At this point, just bring Dalvin Cook in and see what happens, bro. Because Zeke's not it. I'm sorry, I love Zeke.
And Rico's obviously shown he's not it.
Rico is the best RB1 we have on the roster right now. It's nothing crazy.
I think he's more of a catcher.
Yeah, he's definitely a more passing back for sure.
Yeah, than he is actual running back.
But yeah, he was saying like we have the more disappointing than the Eagles, who went out and got Saquon Barkley, who went out and drafted, like you said, have the past 2 drafts. I've gotten an A+ draft.
Yep.
Who have went out and got defensive pieces to add on to their defenses. The Devin White, who they released by the way.
Yep.
So it's like all these pieces the Eagles went out and got and have only done a subpar 2-2 record with Jalen Hurts playing like trash. If I'm being honest.
Well, in the last 13 games, they're like 11-2. I mean 2-11.
Yeah.
So just saying. So
yeah, and it's like, bro, like. How on God's green earth are we the more disappointing?
Yeah.
When everybody and their mama knew we were going to be trash this year.
Yeah.
I think it's more impressive that we are winning games still, especially the Steelers game, especially being on the road. I thought we'd be 2-3 with our 2 wins being at home and our 3 losses being on the road. But we're 3-2 with all our wins being on the road and all our losses being at home, which still baffles me.
Yeah, it does.
But like I just don't understand how you can literally sit here and tell me that the Eagles have not had a more disappointing season. And then once again, well, if Jalen Hurts or if Saquon Barkley catches that ball, bro, Saquon Barkley is a professional NFL player. He gets paid millions of dollars to play the game of football. Catching a pass is one of the most basic things an NFL player has to do, especially on offense. I don't care about what if. He didn't catch the pass. And guess what? You let Kirk Cousins drive 90 yards on you and score a touchdown to win the game. So it's not like he dropped the pass and then he caught it or fumbled it or gave it to the defender, was like, take it to the touchdown. Like, no. He dropped the pass. Their defense sold. That is on the team. Like, there is no, Saquon. No. Like, you still let Kirk Cousins and company drive 90 yards down your throat in, like, I think it was like in like a 40-second drive. It was a short drive because I watched that game because fantasy-wise, that hurt me because Drake London scored a touchdown and I lost. But I'm like, bro, you can't, like, all his arguments are what-if scenarios. Well, if Saquon, like, bro, that makes no sense. You can't use what-if scenarios to back up an argument. I'm sorry. It didn't happen. What happened was Saquon dropped the pass, the defense sold. What happened was Tampa Bay spanked you. Like, you got lucky against New Orleans because Jalen Hurts played like trash. And they found a way to win.
That was a weak game.
That was a weak game.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought
both teams played like trash. Honestly,
trash. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Saints were gonna blow them out at first.
I thought the Eagles were gonna blow out the Saints.
Wow.
Because I thought the Saints were that was gonna be their come down to earth game, which it was in a way, but it's not the way I thought it was gonna be.
No.
Because that's when they had just beaten us. They were all hot. Everyone's like, oh, like the Saints are really good this year, and I was like, Eagles are finna finna put.
I'm not gonna. I'm still not. I still don't buy into that New Orleans hype.
I don't either. Especially with Derek Carr being gone down too.
Yeah,
they're not gonna be anything now. But yeah. So
how long is he had an oblique injury?
It's an oblique his chest.
Dang,
so
how long?
I think it's 4 to 8.
Dang, I ain't gonna lie. If he's out, that's it.
They're done.
Your
they're
season's
cooked.
done.
They're cooked. Unless that rookie just is a blessing from God. Yeah, it's a blessing from God.
It's crazy because I used to watch him in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler. I watch him in high school.
By the way, Niners just kicked a field goal. They're up 3-0. Brock Purdy is 2. Oh, Geno has thrown an interception. A little game update for you. But no, yeah, because I was gonna look to see how long Derek Carr's out. But yeah, that was his second rant or his second take that I was just like, bro, you're stupid. And like, I wish you could I need you to go watch it because I can't fully convey how dumb and stupid he would defend his argument.
I just don't watch First Take because Stephen A.
I don't watch it. I sometimes watch it. I usually turn it off. Like if I see it, how I do it is whenever I watch my First Take through YouTube. So like, you know, anything they post on YouTube. So how I do it is if they have an interesting take about the Cowboys or a take about sports I like, I click on it, and I base if I'm going to watch the video off of who's on the set. So when I saw Dan, I was already kind of like, ugh, don't want to watch this because I know he's going to say something stupid, something dumb, idiotic. But then I saw they had J-Mac, Mina, and Stephen A. And I like Mina a lot, and I like J-Mac. So I was like, cool. 2.5 out of 4, I'll watch this episode. And I shouldn't have because it just made me, I was just pissed off the entire time. So I'm like, Dan, you are so dumb. Words I can't say on this without bleeping them out. Like, you're so stupid. So like, I like I said a couple episodes ago, I like watching First Things First with Nick Wright, Kevin Wiles, and then what do you call it? Chris Bouchard. I like them the most because they
actually make sense.
And they call each other out. Like for example, Nick Wright loves to move the goalposts for certain quarterbacks, like Patrick Mahomes and other quarterbacks. And they made a joke out of him where because they had what was his name, Greg Jennings was on the show.
Oh, okay.
They're doing the Knicks tiers where he tiers all the teams in the NFL, and he was basically he was not downplaying the Vikings. I believe the Vikings are a real deal. Are they going to win a Super Bowl? No, I don't think they'll win a Super Bowl. But are they a playoff contending team that teams should not sleep on and be scared of? Yes.
100%.
Yes. You should not underestimate the Vikings. That defense is real. I don't think it's Sam Darnold. I think it's the defense. Sam Darnold is as having a Cooper Rush year where he is playing, he's not turning the ball over, and he's playing good enough to complement his defense, who is doing all the heavy lifting. Look at that London game. Go look at his stats in the London game.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you
3 interceptions, one was a pick 6, and then the game either before that, before that one, so either the game before that or 2 games
had multiple 4-touchdown games.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Multiple 300-yard.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's trash.
No. The only problem I had was the
Cooper Rush effect. Not Cooper Rush. He's not playing like Cooper Rush.
Okay.
But he's having a Cooper Rush effect where, hey, we need you to not turn the ball over and rely on your defense. All right, cool.
Okay, I can see what you're saying, but I was like,
yes.
I'm not gonna lie, Sam Darnold is a starting quarterback in the
No, Sam Darnold is a starting quarterback. Like I said, I'm not disrespecting Sam Darnold. I'm not saying Sam Darnold is cheeks or anything. I'm just making sure you put a little. I think the more heavy lifting is coming from that defense.
I can see that. I know. I have them on one of my fantasies.
Yeah, I have them. I love that defense so much where I usually drop my defenses week by week, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna drop a player to keep the Vikings defense.
I think I actually dropped the Vikings defense to pick up Green Bay.
Yeah, I picked in GFL or in the fantasy?
Yeah, GFL.
Yeah, I picked them up.
Yeah.
I'm keeping them. I'm no longer dropping them.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I dropped. I just
need them for those games that I got them. I got 20 points. I was like, cool. I took
they got me 19 against the Jets. Nice. But no, so he was doing his tiers, and it was funny because he did a side-by-side comparison with Sam Darnold's stats and Mahomes' stats this year, and Sam Darnold's outplaying Mahomes statistically. And they got into it, so he made a joke. He threw a goal. He had a little rubber goalpost, and he threw it at him. It's like stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like they're funny about it, and they keep it real with each other. Like if you're moving the goalpost, they call it. You know what I'm saying? But Dan is just. Oh, and then his final take he gave, where I wanted to slap the living crap out of him, was right after we beat the Steelers, and that's what you're talking about when Shannon was defending Dak, Shannon and Stephen A.
Yeah,
because Shannon was like, "Hey, that drive was Mahomes, was Brady, was Manning-esque for Dak, where he found a way to win. He took the ball 70 yards down the field, and he may not have had the great game, but when they needed him most, he locked in and got the dub for them
against a great defense.
Yeah, Exactly. In their home turf.
Yes, like
In one of the hardest places besides maybe Lambeau Field to win at.
At 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes. He played football for 2 days.
Come on, guys. Like
but yeah, no, and so he was like, oh, the Cowboys one was not impressive. It was more so the Steelers being so bad and benefiting. Like, it was the Cowboys benefiting off a horrible Steelers offense. And I'm like, you do realize the reason why the Cowboys or the Steelers offense didn't score on those turnovers was because the defense was playing so well, right? Like, we were getting pressure on Justin Fields.
That's their job, you know. It's crazy.
We were stopping the run. We were preventing Najee Harris because really, if Najee Harris gets going, we lose that game. So we stopped the heart of their offense, and we forced Justin Fields to beat us with the pass, and he couldn't do it because we were pressuring him, and he's just not that great of a passer in general.
Yeah, he's not.
So it's like the Cowboys defense did their job. They made the Steelers offense one-dimensional, took away the run game, forced Justin Fields to pass the ball. He could not do it. He could not accomplish that. So I'm sitting here like, how is that not impressive? And we did all of that once again in Pennsylvania, in Steeler territory, with an hour and a half rain delay beforehand. So it's like, how is that not impressive? And to have your offense play so bad in the beginning of the game, have 3 turnovers, 2 in the red zone, a fumble and interception in the red zone, and still be able to muster up a win, like, that's impressive, bro. I'm sorry. Like, am I saying impressive as if this was the Cowboys announcing themselves as Super Bowl favorites or as no? I'm not sitting here saying the Cowboys are that win made them be this juggernaut. You should be afraid of the Cowboys. They're a juggernaut. No. But it's impressive for the adversity they faced as a squad, and other Cowboys teams in the past would have lost that game because they would have crumbled to the adversity, and this team found a way to win. Not to mention all the injuries we had. Dak had so many injuries on the offensive side of the ball. He lost Zach Martin for a couple of plays. He lost Tyler Guyton for basically the entire game.
Yeah.
He didn't even feed CD. He fed everybody else, which I think is more testament to Dak too. It's like, bro, we were waiting for a game where we didn't have to feed CD 24/7 to win the game. Like, we fed Jake Ferguson, we fed Jalen Tolbert, we fed Kevontae Turpin. Like, that was an impressive game. I'm sorry, it wasn't pretty and it wasn't like a Lamar Jackson Bengals 41-38 impressive win game, but it was impressive.
That was a crazy game.
That was a crazy game. Lamar Jackson had one of the best plays of the year I've ever seen so far.
Oh yeah.
With that fumble and then stiff arm and then
I'm still on the stiff arm, man. You're like 6'5".
2 times stiff arm, 2 times.
And he's like one of the better edge defenders in the game.
Yes.
And so like when Lamar just said boom, and then that second he just kind of looked like he just get off me, bro.
Yes. And then to throw that dot while falling away into the sideline was crazy with the man in his face too, because they were right in his face. It was crazy. I watched that live.
That was crazy.
But yeah, Dan was just on his high horse moving the goalposts. Because I promise you, if Josh Allen had a 3 interception game and won. Despite it, he would be raving about how Josh Allen is just this. Oh, he's such a great quarterback. He finds a way to win. Like they would say all the same things they say when it's not us. But they would. I'm just telling you, bro. Dan Orlovsky is the stupidest person I've ever met in my life. Like the worst sports analyst ever. And I will tag you because you are stupid as hell. Sorry, but you're just so dumb. I can't get over it. I commented on all the videos like, bro, you were dumb. So. I'll show you. I'll send you the links so you can watch them. You can see what I'm talking about.
No, man. I mean, it's always been that way with the Cowboys, though. You know, if it's not a blowout, we don't trust it. If we win against a good team, if it's not,
there's always an excuse. There's always like if we beat the Lions, they're gonna come up with some way. They're gonna find something.
You know what? We're going to beat the Lions. I'm calling it right now.
I would love so. I don't know.
We're gonna beat them. I think we are. Look, this is the reason I say we're back at home.
Yeah.
We just beat one of the toughest defenses.
Yeah, confidence is high for sure.
Confidence is high. Morale is high. Team, if I'm Dak, I'm sitting there telling the team, it's time to go back here and take our home back.
I will say that we are due one home game.
Exactly.
So I would not be surprised.
And if there's any team I would count on, besides other than probably the Browns, to lose this game, it would be a sorry franchise like the Detroit Lions. Who can say where the road goes?
2nd down and 3. They'll run it again. Oh, big C. Montgomery to the end zone. Stays on his feet and he's in for the touchdown. They can get a first down here. They don't have to go for a touchdown, but they're going for it anyway. It's intercepted. We'll get into that in a second. Oh, here's a little trickery. Straight Brown back to Goff. Flea flickers, got Laporta wide open. Sam Laporta, foot race towards the end zone. Touchdown. Nope, they're just going to power it in. Montgomery for 6. Pressure though on Goff. Stands him going deep. He's got Jameson Williams for the touchdown. Prescott near side has a catch right into the sunshine and a good one. And then a fumble, and Detroit is going to pick it up. Pressure here. 4th down. Eye over the middle. intercepted for the second time today. It's Branch again. Brian Branch looking for the end zone. He is tackled inside the 5.
Approach style. I love that coaching from Aaron Glenn.
Here's Goff going for the end zone. Amon-Ra St. Brown, touchdown.
Tighter defense in critical situation, just going to pull like that.
Meanwhile, another interception. It's Kirby Joseph who's got it. What a day for the safeties of Detroit. The punt game. So we never saw him today. He didn't have the punt.
I know.
Ball is loose. Lions, I think, got it. Let's see. It's close. And they do.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be mean. Detroit is not a great franchise. They just recently got good.
Yeah.
So you can hate on me all you want. They've never been to a Super Bowl. They've never been to a conference championship. That is a trash franchise.
Have they not been to a conference championship?
They just went this
They
past
just,
year.
they just went to one.
My bad.
Never won a conference championship.
Never won one, and they've
Yeah.
never been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. You know,
So
with the
if there's I'm not saying there saying like it's gonna be
blow
easy.
'em out.
No,
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard
be
game.
it's gonna be a good. I think it's gonna be a great game.
That's how I meant to tell you, I called the score for the Steelers and Cowboys game.
You said
I said 2017. I literally said 2017 if we win.
You need to start putting in them bets on
I
there,
know,
bro.
it's like the 4th time in this year I've done that, bro.
We calling home runs and stuff.
On
too.
God. Jeez, bro. Yeah, I'd be a millionaire right now. Yeah, no, I literally called that game. We were talking about it before the game. I was like, yeah, if we win, I like a
Yeah,
like a 2017 type game. You know,
Yeah.
it's nothing crazy. You know, it's not gonna be a high scoring game. And then we won 2017. I even realized it because I was so. I'll show you the video real quick. So let's record me when we score the final drive. I'll show it in the podcast, but I'll show you real quick.
Yeah, I can see it later. I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll just go to our messages because bro, that final drive. If you were still there, bro, I was quiet. I was just locked in. I was just every time I was just, like I was so locked in. I felt like I was playing on the field with them because I was so locked in. But yeah, she caught me cheering right whenever Jalen Tolbert came down with it. Here it is.
Let's go, man! Woo!
I was locked in, bro. I was locked in because my family is very, very superstitious about Cowboys games. For example, the 2 drives where we were in the red zone, I kept saying, all right, let's just score. Can we just score already? And every time I would say that, we would always turn the ball over. So I just stopped saying it. I was like, every time I say we score, every time I say, can we just score? We don't score. And before that drive started, I looked at my mom. I was like, don't say anything during this drive. Just be quiet. Like, don't say a single word. And then right before the play before Dottle fumbled, she was like, I hope we can just score. And I was like, Mom, be quiet, bro. Like, why would you say that? And then he fumbled. And I was like, Mom, if we would have cut that, I would have been so mad at you. I'm very superstitious about Cowboys games. I blame the 2016 Green Bay playoff loss on myself because we were getting blown out the first part of that game, Dak's rookie year. And I got mad. I was, you know what? I can't watch this. I went into my room to play Minecraft. I was playing games. I kept hearing my mom cheer, my brother cheer. I came back out. I was like, what's going on? They're like, get back in the room. The second you left, we started scoring. I was like, all right, bet. And then, Dak got that 2-point conversion to give us the lead. And I heard them yell again, so I walked back out. And I was like, what's going on? We just took the lead. I was like, bet, let's go. And so I decided to watch the last drive. And then I got to watch Aaron Rodgers throw that pass, that 3rd and 20. Yeah, so I blame myself for that loss. My mom and brother were mad at me for like 3 days. So.
I ain't gonna lie. Probably gonna be mad at you for like 3 days too.
I'm very superstitious when it comes to my Cowboys games. I don't play, bro. So I literally will, like, if I'm laying a certain way and they score, I will just lay that way.
Hey, this is what I will say, and this is what I give myself props to. Not many people can say this. Probably like 100, maybe like 200,000, because it's only happened twice, at least in my time. I've been to both playoff. I've been to one playoff game for Tony Romo to win, and I've been to one playoff game for Dak to win.
Detroit and then the Seattle one?
Yeah.
Nice. The only game I went to was the Niner one in 2021.
Oh, when we lost.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, see, that's why he doesn't go to playoff game.
Bro.
I'm just playing.
Heartbroken. I never been more heartbroken in my life.
And they were 3rd in their division. That's what made me even more mad. They weren't even the best team in their division
They
that
had
year.
yet to reach their peak yet. Yeah, I've never been more heartbroken. Like, I've never been like, is this it? Like, we're just never going to be good? Like, we never going to... Like, I remember walking back to my friend Blake's car, and I was just like, we're just never going to win a Super Bowl. I was so heartbroken. I was like, this is it, bro. Like, we're never winning anything. Like, it hurt so much to be at that game in person. I was so heartbroken. that game. Ranger game when we lost, I didn't really care. I was like, whatever.
Oh, we got another one.
I was like, fuck the Astros. And then we got a World Series. I didn't really care. But
Yeah. But the Cowboys, bro, it doesn't matter. It just they just.
Until the Jones are gone, boy. As long as the Jones are here.
We still got about 4 more generations.
Yeah.
So
unless
maybe my grandkids will see us.
Yeah, unless Stephen Jones, after his dad dies, is like, all right, I'm gonna sell the team, which he won't, but hopefully he will.
I mean, if I'm being honest, if you're the Joneses, you don't ever get rid of that.
They don't. That's gonna be passed down. That's gonna be something that like
you pass down for generation.
Yeah.
After
The only way you lose that team is if you have either have a bad child that's like F this, I don't care about my family legacy and sells them,
or a retarded child.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's either a spoiled rich one who doesn't care or a dumb one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Because if you get rid of the Dallas Cowboys, I don't care what family you are, that is literally the richest sports franchise in the entire world. I don't care about your little MLS teams. I don't care about your European teams.
Yeah,
I don't care about your MLB teams. I don't care about
worldwide.
Worldwide for the last.
You may be the richest
20
in
years.
Europe or wherever you're at and whatever country you're.
But you ain't riches in the world like them boys.
Yeah, in the world.
So you're not Real Madrid, Barcelona, Dallas Cowboys, baby.
Yeah, no. And then the Yankees right after that, I think.
No.
Or I thought the Yankees
No.
are top 5, right?
No, I don't think they are. I think Golden State took them over.
Yeah.
Remember, because Golden State's like top 5.
They had that run. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look it up. I know we're number 1. I think it's Real Madrid, Barcelona, Golden State.
Yeah,
I don't even think baseball's in the top 10. Top 5.
I know baseball has to be top 5 at least.
I don't think they got one. Maybe I'm wrong. I think they might be 6.
I'll look.
Look up Forbes.
I forgot to look up franchise. I put richest sport. Top 5 richest sport franchise. Yeah. Oh, Forbes list of most valuable sports teams: Dallas Cowboys, New York Yankees,
Oh, okay.
Golden State Warriors.
Okay. I thought the Golden State overtook them. That's why.
Yeah, New England Patriots and Los Angeles Rams.
Those are top 5.
Mm-hmm. Forbes most valuable sports teams.
People sit there and say football's not a world sport, but sure does run the world when it comes to money.
The world's most valuable sport teams, as ranked annually by the American magazine Forbes, includes teams from association football, American football, baseball, and basketball. Yes, sir.
And soccer, no? Yeah, it should be soccer.
Soccer, Real Madrid clocks in at 11.
Oh, wow. They dropped terribly.
New York Jets are above them. New York Knicks are above them. The Las Vegas Raiders are above them. The Chicago Bears, the New York Giants. Yeah.
I can see the Giants.
Giants makes Big Apple. Yeah.
I can see the Giants. But the Jets, your big brother, your little brother to Giants.
Yeah, Cowboys $9.2 billion.
The Knicks?
Yankees $7.1 billion. Warriors are barely behind them by the Yankees are $7.1 billion. The Warriors are 7.
What are we lying?
9.2 billion.
Man, we blow them out by $2 billion.
Yeah. Like I said, the Yankees are only ahead by 0.1 million. So it's 7.1, and then the Warriors are 7.
So I'm not gonna lie. If anybody ever argues, like I remember I was arguing with someone about the most recognizable brand in the world.
Yeah, it's Cowboys.
It's Dallas Cowboys, bro.
Dallas Cowboys, 100%. I'm sorry. We may not win Super Bowls, but you'll know us. We not win Super. I mean, we used to win Super Bowls back in the day, but you may not win them consistently, but you'll know us for sure.
Oh no, bro. I mean,
so out of the top 20, there are only 4 soccer teams.
How many baseball?
Real Madrid, Manchester United, Barcelona, and Liverpool.
Oh wow! I thought Man City.
No, Manchester City is at 23.
Okay.
Liverpool is at 20. How many baseball teams you said? There are just the Yankees, it looks like. Yeah, just the Yankees. Yankees are top 20 wise.
I'm going to say this right now.
Top 25, Dodgers clocking at 25. So that'd be 2.
Dodgers and Yankees are the Dallas Cowboys of baseball.
Yes. More so the Dodgers than the Yankees because of, well, actually, technically speaking, more so the Yankees than the Dodgers because the Dodgers have won a more recent World Series. But the Dodgers feels more Cowboys-esque where it's like
the amount of talent
and then they just have crazy regular seasons and then they just fall flat in the playoffs to like the worst teams too.
It's crazy, aren't they on the brink of elimination today?
No, they actually.
Oh, are they up? They're up.
They are, and they are the brink of making the LCS.
Okay. I thought they. Oh, that was the game before Fernando Torres hit that home run.
NLCS, yes.
He been going dummy too. Speaking, my bad. I don't know where I'm going baseball, but
no, we can. I mean, Guardians. Actually, I'll give you an update right now. Yankees are up 1-0 middle of the 4th, and the Guardians are up 4-3 top in the 9th. So if the Guardians win, they'll tie that series 2-2, and if the Yankees pull it out, they will be on to face. Who the
Yankees playing right now? The Guardians?
The Yankees are playing the Royals.
Royals?
Yes.
Well, go Royals.
Yeah. I'm crying. I really want it to be.
I want it to be like last year. I want it to be 2 teams that
I want it to be Yankees Mets for the World Series. I feel like that'd be cool. Have a Subway Series for the World Series because Mets are in the conference championship right now. They made it last night. That was a crazy game.
Oh, because he hit that home run
Yeah.
of
Lindor.
I can't say his name.
That grand slam was crazy, bro. And I know New York was turned, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I know. That must have been such a crazy atmosphere.
2 teams win on the
That's what I'm saying. That'd be fire, bro.
That would be fire.
That'd be fire. It'd be cool. I know Rob was.
Oh, we had it. We had it last year. We had the Mavs and the Mavs, Rangers. Mavs and.
For what?
Well, during October. Well, no, we didn't. We just had the Rangers.
Yeah, Rangers. Yeah, had won. Yeah, they had Mavs got to the finals, but they didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was talking to Rob about that too, actually, because we were talking about baseball. I was with him the other day. I was like, he's terrified of the Mets. He says they're scrappy, and they have our number this year. So I was like, it's fair, but I really want a Mets Yankees World Series. Ain't gonna lie. I don't want the Dodgers in the World Series.
I thought aren't the Mets in the?
They're a different conference. They're a different conference.
Oh wow, bro! I swear I thought they were both.
Yeah, you would think so, but no, they're in different conferences. Yeah, they're gonna play whoever wins the Dodgers and
Oh yeah, because Yankees are in the American League.
American
I'm
League.
tripping.
Yeah, they're trying to get to the ALCS right now. Yeah,
I say screw it. We'll just buy into the hype. New York Dodgers.
I don't want the Dodgers, bro. I feel like that's
the only reason I like the Dodgers.
That's the equivalent of like whenever like the Chiefs and Niners win the Super Bowl. I was like, all right, this is lame. I mean, it was a good game.
The only reason I like it, and the only reason I wouldn't mind it at all. It's one reason why.
What, Shohei?
Yes, that's
what it is. His ring or what?
I think he deserves it, bro. He's I've never.
That'd be cool, yeah, but that's just so predictable and boring. And
how's that predictable and boring? And
because the Dodgers literally went out and spent billions of dollars on their squad, and
that's what you can do. I mean,
I know.
if this was like a no cap,
it just makes it more fun if that team got beat by some other team, and then that team.
But when does that happen? Like this ain't Moneyball.
I mean, that happened with the Rangers, basically.
What do you mean?
Rangers were season before that didn't even win.
But I'm talking about as far as like, okay, when we play the Arizona Diamondbacks, they have a very similar salary cap to us.
Well, I meant more so.
That's what I meant.
No, I meant team as in that beats a team that should, like when we beat the Oilers, the prime example.
Oh yeah.
Oilers they were 100 plus team win. They were 100 plus 10
we weren't supposed
team.
to make it out that round.
Exactly, and we swept them, and then went on to win Game 7 against the Astros, who are a well-known championship caliber team, and then
and their streak finally comes to an
end.
Yeah,
I've been arguing so hard. We were supposed to talk about baseball, but I'm going to talk about it because I hate the Astros. I've been arguing so much with Astro fans, especially after they got swept out the first round. They hang their hats hard on this AOS champ. I'm like, bro, it doesn't matter, bro. That's like me being like, yeah, we got knocked out first round by the Packers, but we were still NFC East champions. Like, bro, I don't care. I don't care about a division championship, dog. I want a ring. I want a Super Bowl. I don't want a divisional championship. So because I was arguing,
I'd rather be third or second in our division, and that's still gonna make a run.
Exactly. Like, I don't care about a division championship as long as we win the Super Bowl. I don't care if we wild card sneak in.
This is all I say to Astro fans. Who wins the most recent championship?
Facts. Who's still defending champs as of right now? We are.
Not only that, that's all I say. New York Yankees, who's got the most recent championship? Y'all talk about it, but who's got it?
Facts.
It don't matter what you say. It don't matter what. I don't care about anything.
Yeah,
I got to see a championship. That's all that mattered to me.
I've been arguing so hard with Astro fans, bro, because that post that
we didn't cheat.
We didn't cheat. The post that Ranger Front made about it when he was trash talking the Astro fans.
Oh yeah.
I commented on it. I was talking about how Philly fans and Astro fans are like the most loudest talkers when they're winning, but when they lose, quiet.
Yeah.
Like so quiet.
I haven't heard Philadelphia Eagle fans at all.
Yeah, because they have no reason to talk because they know their team's trash right now. And I called this. I called this on the I can't remember what episode it was. I think it might have been 3 or 2. I called this though. I said
the opposite. I thought
Commanders are probably going to win this division because the Cowboys and Eagles will be so bad this year.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought Eagles would. To me, looking at a full pen, when you go out and spend,
I just think
$300 million.
I just knew they weren't going to be that great because of their coaching. Their coaching has been falling apart year by year by year by year. They've been looking less and less and less like prepared, and like they just don't look well coached. Like they've been looking less and less well coached as the years gone on, especially ever since that Super Bowl loss.
Yeah.
They've been looking more and more less well coached, and I just knew it, bro. I just knew, especially, and the biggest thing was Jason Kelce too. Like that and coaching, that's just such a bad recipe, bro. Because that offensive line was carrying that team for so long, and not that they're not amazing, they're still a really good offensive line, but it's obviously not going to be the same with Jason Kelce not there.
And then the best.
Lane Johnson being hurt too doesn't help them either. So it's just like I could have called that, bro. I'm telling you, I didn't even feel confident. Like Saquon was gonna eat regardless, just because Saquon's a good player. The system fits him well. They're gonna run the ball like crazy with him. But like, I'm telling you, bro. Eagles, even if they mess around and still make the postseason, they're not doing anything.
I definitely don't.
Yeah, the Commanders aren't either.
them.
Don't get twisted. Commanders aren't either. I don't think the Commanders win the Super Bowl this year.
Oh no, I think it'll be a great team for years to come, though.
Yeah, I think
as long as Jalen, continues to
he
progress.
gets better. Yeah.
And as Dan Quinn, does his defensive thing, I don't.
Yeah, whatever, bro. After that guy, I'm happy for. I just wish Washington is the one team in our division. I'm always happy for if they do well. As long as you're not playing us, I hope you do well. Giants, they're kind of annoying. Eagles fans, scum of the earth. Commander fans, like they don't really talk that much.
I'm not gonna lie. Obviously we're in Dallas, but I don't recall ever meeting.
I have a Commanders friend. It's my boy Keith, Jalen's friend, the hoop with us. He's a Commanders fan, and when he never trash talks me. We're always very civil.
And that's crazy because we've gotten them the last
yeah. The last time they beat us
2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
I think me and Book were talking about that the other day. We were
looking at it's been a while.
And I was like, I'm nervous. He's like, why? We ain't beat. I don't know why. I thought they had just beat us sooner.
Well, I think this year.
I remember the last.
This year, I think it's a coin flip, just because
I've always felt like that. Last year was different. No. Because between I can't remember the exact seasons, but I remember we played Washington, we played the Eagles, the last couple games of the season.
The only time,
and they cost us multiple championships.
The last time they beat us was the year.
Don't say Kyle Orton because they beat us before.
No. I can't remember if that was the 2021 year. No, that was because I was living.
Because they knocked us out
they beat us the year we in 2022 when we lost the second round division round because they beat us last game of the season. Remember?
Yes. That's what I was thinking about.
Yes, they beat us last game of the season, and then we went to beat Buccaneers and lost the Niners in the second round. That was the last time they beat us. I've never been afraid. I've never been afraid of the Commanders and I don't know. I've never been afraid. This is the first year. I'm not saying I'm afraid, but I think it's a coin flip. I'm not being like, oh yeah, we're beating the Commanders. We're sweeping them. I don't.
The only one I was definitely talking about that was the Giants. Shout out to Mayhoon because he bets me every year.
Yeah.
That we're not going to be, and
it's been almost a decade.
I get Chipotle for free, so
it's almost been. If Dak can do this for the next 2 years, if he can beat the Giants 2 times, it will be a decade since the Giants have beaten us. Well, have beaten Dak. Sorry, they beat Andy Dalton, but they haven't beaten Dak. Dak's never. That's crazy, dude. Never lost.
No, they beat us his first game. Remember, we were the only 2 losses.
He's never lost since then.
Oh yeah,
he's never. I know he's never lost. I know he's lost to them, but never lost since then.
I want to give Dak all the praise. Give me no.
Yeah, he's never lost since then. That's what I mean. It'll be a decade since the last time they have beaten Dak Prescott.
I remember those games 7-2, 7-10 because OBJ took that little touchdown.
Yeah, because it was Zeke's little first touchdown.
Yeah,
and I remember that.
Dang, how did they beat us at home that year? I'm still trying because that
was the first game of the season.
We went on a 15, 14 game run.
Yeah, so we lost to the Giants, won a 13-game win streak, and then lost to the Giants. We lost the Giants in MetLife.
Yeah. That field goal because Dan Bailey was still a kicker.
Dan Bailey was
still
a kicker. Yeah.
It was just short, I think.
Yeah, because we were wearing the because we had just played the Vikings before that week. We wore the color rush and we almost lost. I was like, whew. I was like, we still got our lip back with the Giants. I remember my friend Alan, the only Giants fan I know besides Nate Hoon, was like, yeah, bro, we finna beat y'all next week. And I was like, bro, you got lucky the first round. Now we're all gelled together. You're not finna beat us. That's the 1 year Alan's since then, only year since then where he's been able to talk mess. Ever since then, as long as Dak Prescott's quarterback, he has not been able to talk mess. But yeah, no, it's been crazy. But I'm not worried about Commanders. I
think right now,
it's a coin flip now, but I'm not scared.
No, I think right now right now, based off everything that's going on, they're probably going to win the division. I was very stupid to say that they were not going to do that. That they were going to be last place. Well, no, we said the Giants were going to be last place.
Because I think if Giants, we agree would be last place for sure. But I just think it's like I said, I'm not discrediting the Commanders' success because they're balling out right now. But I don't think it's because they're an amazing team. I just think it's because the Cowboys and Eagles are just so bad this year. Eagles are just falling apart from inside. Cowboys just don't have anything. They don't have the pieces to be good. So I think they're just benefiting off of that, personally. So, but we'll see.
I can see that.
We'll see how it goes.
I mean, Daniel's he's a game changer, bro. He's definitely Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year
unless
for sure.
Williams.
Caleb's not going to do it. They might give it to Caleb just because
it's Caleb.
Because they want Caleb to push that narrative, but I think Jaden Daniels deserves it as of right now.
Right now, Jaden Daniels showing he should have been the number 1 overall draft pick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because Caleb is starting to look good now.
Yeah, he is.
He's starting to look good now. It just took him a while. I mean, he plays for the Bears, so
that is true.
I get you.
It's the Bears.
It's where quarterbacks go to die, so I get you.
I can't believe no quarterback has ever thrown for 4,000 yards for them.
Yeah.
That's a trash franchise. I'm sorry.
It is.
You've never had a.
Sorry, Chef Mike. Hey, it was funny, bro. Chef Mike, he was on the whenever they're opening the new location for Atlanta. He was on the news talking about, or he's no for our sports bar Canvas. Whenever he was on the news, cooking on the news channel to talk about our new sports bar we opened up, Canvas. And they're like, "Oh, we heard you're from Chicago." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "So like, are you a Bears fan, or like are we converted to a Cowboys fan?" My man lied on national television. He's like, "Yeah, I've I'm a little bit of a Cowboys fan now." He lied through his teeth so bad.
You gotta do it for the.
I DM'd him. I was like, Chef Mike, why are you lying to American people, bro, on national television? That man's a Bears fan. He hates the Cowboys. Bears fans through and through. That's just funny. I thought that was hilarious.
Did he respond back?
Yeah, we were talking around.
Because
I was when I watched it, I was waiting, like, what he's gonna say? I wonder what he's gonna say. He's like, yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan. I was like, this man lying on national television. Boy, lying. But yeah, no, Bears are a rough place to be right now in terms of if you're a quarterback. They're doing okay so far. I think they're 3-2. This is wild that as of right now, depending on who wins this game, is that the Niners are at almost the bottom of the division. Oh, they're up 13-0.
The Niners?
Yeah. Deebo Samuel, 76-yard touchdown. And then another field goal. Brock Purdy has 116 yards and a touchdown. Geno Smith has not broken 100 yards. He has 53 yards. I should have not have started Kenneth Walker like I thought I should have in the Family League.
Oh, my God. Please don't tell me I did that.
He has 17 rushing yards. I don't know how many passing yards he has, but
I'll check.
He has 2.8 points so far. Oh, I didn't realize I started the Seahawks defense. I forgot to change that before So I'm probably gonna lose this week. I'm playing my mom this week.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God. I messed up bad in fantasy.
How'd you mess up?
I started Geno Smith.
Ooh, tough break, my boy. Yeah, you're currently down. Oh yeah, he has 3 points. Rough. Oh, he has Debo too. That 70-yard bomb hurt you. No way you're gonna let Tank hit his second win of the year.
Bro.
That'd be if you do lose, that'd be both my brothers that lost to Tank. My brother and then you.
Bro, I meant to start Williams.
Oh, Caleb.
I think I accidentally picked him up. I was thinking about picking him up, and I think I did put in the claim.
You should have started Josh against New York.
No.
Why? Josh Allen owns New York. Minus that first year when Rodgers got hurt, he balled.
Josh Allen's been struggling in his great defense because he has no. Excuse my language. He has no first. He has no receiver, and so I've started to realize that when I was watching that because I was watching the game against.
Yeah, he's struggling against good teams, not good defenses. Good teams. Like the Texans, the Ravens.
I just think that
the Jets are not a good team. I think that defense.
But their defense is still one of the top defenses in the NFL. Whether it be their run game, they're good at stopping that. And what do the Buffalo Bills do? They run the ball, and then he's got no receivers. So you're telling me to trust, what's his name? Shakir, Chris Samuel, and Coleman.
Yeah.
Versus
I think
Sauce Gardner. DJ Reed.
I thought was Sauce fine because he got hurt in that London game. I don't know if he's playing. I'll look for you.
I'm gonna be heated. I messed up bad.
Sauce Gardner.
I messed up so bad.
Oh no, he's good.
I messed up so bad, bro.
Hey, it's early. It's early. We'll see, bro. You know what's gonna happen?
No, I have Bigsby on my bench.
Ooh, yeah, you're tough, bro. ETN's questionable. Damn, both your running backs are questionable. Better hope CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans go stupid. Hey, last time CeeDee Lamb played the Lions, he had a 200-yard plus game.
Yeah, but I can't change anything now. And that was just for the points. Those weren't supposed to be my starters.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
I am pissed now.
We'll see, bro. We'll see. You don't know. It's early. He has Kenneth Walker, so his running back's going to give him 2.8 points so far.
Yeah.
It's early, bro. It's early. You never know.
No, I'm more heated because Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
I don't care about the tight end I want to start. Brian Thomas I want to start. Mike Evans. It's literally just Travis Etienne.
Oh.
Travis Etienne and more so
Gino.
I meant to. I don't know why I did that. I thought I canceled it because I wanted Williams against Jacksonville.
Yeah. We'll see, bro. It's early. It's early.
I ain't worried about it.
It's early. You never know. You don't know how the rest of his team's going to play. I mean, the Debo touchdown didn't help you, but you never know how the rest of his team's going to play.
I'm so frustrated. It's all good. Let's go.
Yeah, no. Right now, it's going to be crazy. I don't know. We'll see how the boys do. I don't know how they're going to finish out this year. Do you think they make the playoffs or no?
Right now, no. Sorry.
Really?
I'm being completely honest. No.
I think they may squeak in as only because the NFC is just not that good this year. I feel like they squeak in as a wild card team.
I just think we get lucky if we get to sneak in. If I'm being honest, if the thing is, I don't want to get in before I got to do anything. I know people would sit there and bash, but like I'm just tired of wasting that Sunday after the week 18.
Yeah.
And like talking excuse my language, talking mess all week, getting these boys hyped up, man. Be like, man, it's finally gonna be different, and because they always give me hope. I don't care. Nobody says yes. I don't think they're gonna win a Super Bowl every year, but they always give me hope. Like, man, maybe we're gonna playoff game. Maybe we actually make a push to an NFC Championship. Something. Maybe this year is different. And it's just like, I don't want to go through that again if you're just going to sit there and do the same thing. I'd rather watch other teams play and watch other teams' fans get disappointed, and people do what they do every year. They talk about the Cowboys every week, even though we're not in there.
Yeah.
So
no matter what.
I'll take that. Unless we go in, but right now, no. What we've shown, the Ravens, a good team. They beat the next 2 games will determine. If we lose these next 2 games, we're done.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. There's no.
Hey. Okay, what if we split? What if we lose the Lions and beat the 49ers? How will you feel?
I'd rather beat the Lions than the 49ers right now.
I feel like
only reason I want to beat the 49ers is because they own us.
But I feel like that's what you need morale wise, because that's really been your monkey in the back the past 2 out of the 2 to 3 out of the 3 playoff exits you've had. They've been the cancer twice.
I'm tired of them, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like morale wise, if I had to choose a split, I'd rather lose than the Lions. Let the Lions have their revenge game. Ooh,
that's gonna be their Super Bowl. If they beat us, they're gonna be.
Well, it already is the Super Bowl, because also to all of the people that are like, oh, the Lions got cheated last year. You do realize that was a bad officiated game in general. There was so many calls. The tripping call we had on Peyton Hendershot, that wasn't a tripping call. There was bad calls both ways. Just because Yas came at the end of the game doesn't change the fact that there was bad calls. And also, to blame your head coach for going for it twice. I don't know why you're sitting here trying to be like, oh, we got robbed. Well, your head coach probably shouldn't have gone for it twice. His 2-point conversions are risky. Same reason why it cost him in the NFC Championship game. So, I mean, like, if anything, blame your head coach. I love Dan Campbell. I do, too. I ain't going to lie. He's great. I love Dan Campbell. But he does those things where he does the one bad thing, which I don't think is bad. It's one of the things where it's only bad when it doesn't work out. The bad thing he does is he takes a lot of risks. And with risk comes rewards, and with risk comes failure. Like, if you risk it, sometimes you don't always get it. And those are the 2 times that I saw him risk it, which was our game and the NFC Championship game, and it didn't work out. It's one of the things where if you did it, no one talks about it. But if you don't do it, everyone's going to talk about it. So, I don't know. I'd rather lose the Lions and beat the Niners, because I feel like morale-wise, beating the Niners would be like a cleansing sins off us, cleansing a curse off us.
I just think...
I mean, I'd love to be both.
Yeah, for sure. Of course.
But if I had to choose, I would choose the Niners over the Lions.
I would. Sounds weird, but I'll take a Lions dub. Just because I feel right now. I mean, obviously last year I beat them in NFC Championship. We're playing the 2 NFC contenders from last year, but
yeah,
I just think we're facing a more healthier Detroit Lions.
Yeah, they
got the 2-headed running back, like you said. So if we can stop that running game, that gives me like confidence. Like, to me, if we go pay Jason Mason. Now if the Christian McCaffrey's back there, it's different. But if we're playing,
Jordan Mason, all them guys.
Yeah, Jordan Mason. I called him Jason. That's why I can't put in the parlay. I keep putting his name as Jason. That was stupid.
You, Jordan Mason, me, and Jaden McDaniels. Or Jaden Daniels. Keep saying McDaniels. I don't know why.
But yeah, I mean, I think it to me, from a football standpoint, if we can beat the Detroit, it shows me like we're more of a contender.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be so good for the morale.
Great.
I just feel like even if we beat the Lions, I feel like if we beat the Lions and then go to San Fran and lose again to San Fran, I just feel like that hurts. I feel like that loss hurts way more than a Lions loss. Cause it's just like, again, we lost the Niners again. Like, come on, bro. Like, we can never beat this team.
Hey, we just
because they're injured this time too. So it's like we can't even beat them while they're injured. Like, and I get it, we're injured too, but like, come on, bro, we can't even beat them at like full strength.
Like, we're playing like I said, the NFC representatives from last year. If we can beat them,
NFC runner-ups,
go in there, NFC runner-ups who it was a great game up until obviously the 49ers won, and so I think we can beat them, and like you said, go in there with that morale, that confidence until a bye week, and then carry that over, like you said, to. Not saying hopefully they're injured.
I do think I've said this before. I didn't say this before, but I've said this to my friends. If we beat the Lions, I generally think week will be the Niners because I just feel like you said. I feel like the confidence will carry over in that bye week.
Yeah, that and like I said in the bye week, and then like you said, I think this is the first year to me personally that I feel Dak is personally that I just feel he's taking more initiative on that sideline.
Yeah.
And engaging with the team like during a loss or something like, man, we still can pull this through. Kind of like what Russell did in Seattle all the time. You know, he always had a chance, and that's why it sounds weird, but I feel like Dak's just getting into it the last 2 years. This year more, I feel like it's showing a lot more, even despite us, having some tough home losses.
Yeah.
I just think he's just showing like, man, I'm tired of this. I'm 30 years old.
You
I'm
can
a
definitely
father.
tell he's fed up.
He's like, I got things that are bigger than me now, so I'm gonna make stuff happen now.
Yeah.
And I think like what I noticed it too is when like CD was yapping him, and he's just like, I'm good, bro. I ain't even.
Speaking of which, CD didn't even say anything. Media's trying to tear them apart bad.
Oh, well, I mean, it's Cowboys. You got to get a story. You know it's going to be a story. All he did was say jump balls.
He said jump ball 4, jump ball, I got you. And he literally confirmed it today.
Yeah. And, but I was saying, like, even Dak, like, him just, like, not letting him get to him. Like, not even letting him just phase him. Just, all right, bro, I'm in. I'm going to look at the play. I'll make the adjustments when I can. And look what happened. They made the adjustments. They won, You know,
it's crazy, too. I love CD. But I feel like a lot of the times on those interceptions when it's thrown CD's way, it's usually CD's fault. It's usually CD trying to do too much or CD running the wrong route. Because I've realized that.
And then CD, bro, I get you're a receiver. But if the ball looks like an interception, you switch to a cornerback.
Yeah.
Have you not seen Julio Jones,
Facts.
DK Metcalf? Come on, bro.
And also, too, stop giving up on routes, bro.
Yes.
And then what Devontae Adams says, no matter what play is being called, he runs it if the ball's coming to him. I feel like CD's bad at that. I feel like if the play is not going to him, he's like half speed. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I need you to go full speed, trick that defense.
And I ain't gonna lie, you gotta block better, bro.
Yeah. Who was it? Like, for example, prime example is Jackson Smith and Jigma from the Seattle Seahawks. Last game against the Giants, he gave Geno Smith like a 30-yard run because he had 2 defenders biting him because he knew Geno was running out of the pocket. He knew he wasn't gonna throw it to him. But Jackson Smith and Jigma was like acting like going full speed, acting like he was about to catch the ball. So 2 Giants defenders followed him like all the way. And Geno had like a 30-yard run because of it. Like stuff like that. Like you have gravity, bro. Like CeeDee Lamb, you have gravity. People, you get doubled, you get tripled because you are a star receiver.
Like teams playing around
Yes.
you.
So if you even if the ball's not coming to you, if you are running full speed, acting like you're about to get the ball, like defenses will collapse you and it will make other guys be open. That's part of being a leader.
And then guess what? If those other guys get open, guess what that means for you?
You get ball too.
You get the ball too. That's crazy how that.
Yeah, because it's just like, and that's like I know CD talked about being a leader this year, and I'm not trashing on CD because I love CD. I think CD's a great player. I don't think the media makes him a diva. I don't think he's a diva. I think the media blows it out of proportion.
I ain't gonna lie, that's where we are different. I do think. I'm not saying.
I think
just
he has
with the
diva.
media,
I think he has diva tendencies,
which to me that's a diva.
but he's not a diva.
Nah, I think he's a diva.
I think it's very much like Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant wasn't a diva. That man was when he was competitive, he was just so locked in that everyone's like, oh, he's such a drama queen. He's such a toxic.
CD does it differently than Dez. Dez.
I don't think so, bro.
Dez would like just like his emotions would get control.
But Dez would throw. I'd seen Dez thrown fits on the field. I've seen Dez be on the sideline yelling, getting people's faces. He does the exact same thing.
But I've never seen CD win a jump ball like Dez either.
Well, because they're different players. You don't do.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying like when Dez is sitting there getting double coverage like Megatron was back in the day. I mean, you showing. I'm sorry. I've never seen.
I don't.
CD be double coverage like Dez was.
I don't see JC as a diva. I think he has diva tendencies, but I don't think it's a diva. I wouldn't call him a diva.
Okay, he's not a diva. He's a pretty boy. That's what he is.
Yeah.
You can sit there and say he's just the diva. The diva, pretty boy is word for boy in diva. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. I don't know. So I see CD as competitive. I think all of his moments so far that he's had where it's have been a bad light. The only one that I like made him like look bad was when he was literally on the field like doing that when he was sitting down in the den zone. But like I don't know. Plus CD's.
Yeah, what about Green Bay?
CD's what Green Bay was everyone, bro. Dak
but I'm talking about Green Bay how he was acting.
Yeah, I know.
And then we end up force feeding him throwing a pick six.
Yeah,
that's it ruins the momentum completely.
No, I'm saying I think that game was everyone too.
No, I'm not saying the same. I'm not, but I'm saying like
his attitude.
I know you said that moment right there, and I was like, okay, well,
his
what
attitude.
about the?
I think everyone's attitude was bad in that Green Bay game. So I don't want to put that all on him. I mean, was a moment where he was being.
But you could. That's what I'm saying. They're saying.
Yeah, you could see that.
And then you seen it win against the Baltimore game again.
Yeah, Baltimore game for sure.
So,
but I at least appreciate CD because CD literally publicly apologized for both those games afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, public apologize and doing something during
But I think
the thing is very different.
But I think
Actions speak louder than words. Just because you break a glass and you tell it sorry doesn't change the fact that it's changed.
But I think CD has done. I think he's done things to prove that so far. I think a prime example is after that Baltimore game with how he played, and how he was, especially if you watched on for sidelines, how he played and how he acted in that New York game. I just think his tendency.
He's New York. He's always had good games in New York. So that's why I also see it like. That's why I also see it different.
But it's the same thing too in the Steeler game too. Whenever JT scored that touchdown, when you watch the sidelines, see like how he was talking to JT, like he basically told me, "Hey, you grew up today, bro. Like you've been working towards this." Like he is very much so a leadership guy. He's stepping into a leadership role. He's coming out of his immaturity a little bit. That's why I give him credit because I can see it. I see him doing it.
I think I've seen the opposite. I think his first 2 years he was actually
I
way
think
better.
I think his first 2 years he wasn't the number one yet, so we didn't get to see that side of him. Now that when Amari Cooper left and he took over that actual role of number one, now he's having to learn. Okay, I could be number one, but I still have to be a leader. Being number one comes with being a leader too. You can't just be number one and do whatever the heck you want. You have to lead.
But that's what I'm saying. I think he's still doing it. Like I said, the Green Bay game. It rolls over to this year, Baltimore game. Both games are at home. Both games he's getting into with his quarterback. To me, that shows like, and to me, the reason I also sit there and say that, Diva, is because, okay, I get the Green Bay, cool, and then you come over to Baltimore, you missed the whole offseason, dude.
Yeah, that part. Well, I mean, he was.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it don't matter.
It does. It did hurt a lot.
It affected it. And you can't sit there and get mad at something that's developed over time.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons
I don't care
why
how
he
good
missed
you
that
were
ball
last year.
with Dak because he wasn't there for training.
It's not gonna sit there and be the same from year to year. We know this. He's gotten film. People know what his favorite routes are.
And also, too, just rhythm. You don't play football for X amount of months. You got to get back into the rhythm.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's what also gets me mad, too, is just things he's done up until. Yes, you want to get paid. I completely understand that. Not mad. But you can't get mad when you go in the season and things aren't clicking.
Yeah.
And you know it's because your decision.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's where I feel like that's where his growth has come into play. Because, like I said, him becoming a leader is not going to be a one-year thing. I mean, you can ask all leaders of all time that had to step into a leader. Like there are people who are born leaders. Like Dak's a born leader. He was just born a leader. There are people who have to step into leader roles, and you can ask all those guys who step into leader roles. I'm someone who in my life wasn't necessarily a true born leader, but had to step into leadership roles. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of trial and error. I just feel like this is his first year of being in that true leadership role, and he's having to learn the pros and cons of it. And I just feel like you can see the growth, like I said, from what they show us from the behind the scenes stuff compared to how he's been acting in the beginning of the year, the first two games and these past two games, I feel like he's going the right direction personally.
But this is what I also compare it to too. He's number one.
Yeah.
I've never seen Justin Jefferson act like this.
Yes. But I also feel like
I've seen Devontae Adams. I've seen Jamar Chase. I ain't gonna stunt. But I've never seen Megatron act like that either.
But I feel like that's also just testament to them. And as I was saying, like I just
Amon St. Brown.
Yeah,
I'm saying like I'm sitting here naming leaders and in the receiver group because I'm sitting here. The only comparison I can make is obviously to receivers, because they understand each other, and that's what I'm sitting there saying. Like I've never seen these guys who are else at the top of the game. I've seen a couple of them like Devontae, like I said, but I've never seen guys who are really at the top of their game. Like I said, what's his name? Damn, I just had his name.
Amon St. Brown,
Justin Jefferson. I've seen Jamar,
Megatron.
Like Greg Jennings. Even when he was popping back in the day, like I've never seen those guys that are like you said, who Greg Jennings wasn't someone who stepped into a leadership role. Calvin Johnson was just a dog, and then Amon St. Brown, he leads by example, and that's what I'm sitting there saying. Like what I look at is I compare him to the other stars in the NFL, and that's what I sit there and say, diva or not to me. Devontae Adams, I don't care, he's a diva.
Yeah, I agree.
You chose to get out of your damn Green Bay. You wanted to go Derek Carr. Now you got to sit in your bed, bro.
Yeah, so I completely.
But like I said, I've never seen Justin Jefferson act like that. I've never seen Amon. I've never seen Calvin. Great leaders in my opinion. I think Calvin was a great leader, performed for a sorry team.
But I also think Calvin was a born leader though. That's my thing is too. I also think it's too early to make the verdict on.
What about
CD?
Justin Jefferson then? Because they came out of the same draft class.
Yeah. I mean, Justin Jefferson is not necessarily I don't think he's a leader or a diva. I think he just plays football.
But he's the number one receiver.
But I've never seen him. Maybe I just don't follow him close enough. But I haven't seen him take on any leadership role. The most I've seen him take on leadership role was backing Sam Darnold. That's so far. Because I mean, even during his payment thing, he was on some holdout stuff too as well until he got paid as well.
The only difference is they didn't make him hold out as long.
Make him hold as long. I'm not saying CD is a great leader or is. I just think he's finally stepping into that role and he's learning the pros and cons of it. I just think the verdict's too early to put it out for him as what he is, because I think he is. I can see the effort that he's trying to step into the role, and I think at the end of the year, if he's still doing it, then yeah, he's a diva. But as of right now, for me, I don't have the verdict out on him. I think I still see him trying to get better. I think it's just too early for him.
I'll take.
Yeah, I didn't think
Playoff teams.
NFL playoff teams.
I'm down right now. Early. I mean, still early. We're a quarter through the season. Not even. We're 5 games in. 6 would be a quarter.
Do you want to do division winners then?
I got you. I'm down.
Cool.
We already did one earlier, so we can compare it.
Yeah, I think Commanders win our division. NFC West. So NFC West, my NFC division winners. I think Commanders win our division. I think the Niners will win the division still.
Do NFC North last.
Okay, I think Niners win the division still. I think I don't trust.
Even after 0-2.
Yeah, I don't trust.
Division?
I don't trust the longevity of the. It's more so I don't trust the longevity of the rest of their division. The Rams are injured to hell. I'm not gonna lie.
Good team, just injured.
Yeah, I don't trust the Cardinals long term. I don't trust the Seahawks long term, and they're also kind of injured too. The Seahawks. So I just think asterisk Niners win the division if Christian McCaffrey comes back during the season. If he doesn't, I think the Seahawks barely win it. Barely. Especially, they're not. It doesn't look like they're going to win this game right now. But I said the same with the Rams and the Cardinals. They came back and beat the Niners. Who knows? But as of right now, as it stands, if Christian McCaffrey comes back, Niners win the division. If not, I think the Seahawks barely win. You said save the North for last?
Yeah. I feel like that's the hardest division right now.
In football?
Well, in the AFC.
Oh, the AFC. I was like, in football? I don't know.
Nah, I'm not. we know who the hardest division is.
I said West. I said South. I said East. Oh, it's just them left.
Yeah. Who'd you say for South?
Oh, I didn't say South.
I don't remember you saying South. You said
probably the Bucks.
Okay.
Especially with Derek Carr going down, the Bucks. Because I don't see maybe the Falcons if I have to watch a little bit more of the Falcons because I didn't trust the Falcons going into this year, and they're just starting to pick it back up. The Bucks have showed more longevity than the Falcons have. So as it right now, Bucks. But would I be surprised if the Falcons end up winning? No. But if I had to put a pick in today, I would say the Bucks. And then the North, I'm gonna go Vikings.
Wow, we'll do NFC and then we'll both do our AFC.
Yeah, only because, the Lions look more suspect right now, than the Vikings do.
As far as what? I'm just asking.
Defensively.
Okay, I can see that.
They give up a lot more big plays. The Lions do. They're more susceptible to the air attack than the Vikings are.
Yeah, the secondary's not that good.
Secondary's not that good at all.
Sauce Johnson this year as well to the Eagles.
Yeah, C.J. Gardner.
Even though they signed him.
Yeah, I don't know why they got C.J. Gardner Johnson just to give him back to the Eagles. Makes no sense.
Stupid.
Yeah, I think the Vikings win, especially with their 5-0 cushion they have right now. Maybe 6-0 if they win next week. I think it just gives them a good lead to hold on to. Are they
the only team left undefeated?
No, them and the Chiefs. Yeah.
You mean the refs?
Yeah. How about your NFCs? What are your NFCs? Do southeast, southeast, west, north. So ours first.
Okay, so East first.
Do East first. I said South. I'm gonna say East first. Sorry.
I got Washington coming out as of right now. Just the way they're playing and everything. I got Cowboys coming in at second. Okay. Still no playoff though.
Oh, I didn't say my wild card. I think Cowboys a wild card for me.
Okay.
Is it 2 wild card or just 1 this year?
I think it's 2. It's 2. It's been 2.
Yeah, it's been 2 the past couple of years.
When did they switch that?
I think when they added 17 games. Or when they added an extra game. I think Cowboys and Niners. Niners and Seahawks. Whoever wins the division, the other person makes the wild card.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then you got Washington Cowboys coming out too.
Mm-hmm. Washington Cowboys. Two teams from the south, or 2 teams from the east, 2 teams from the west, and then north and south division winners.
So East, like I said, I got Washington coming out, and then for the South, it sounds weird. I like Kirk Cousins.
The Panthers. I'm just kidding. Hot take. Bryce Young turns the franchise around. Wins 11 straight.
Leads Carolina Panthers to the Super Bowl. No, I got Atlanta. I like Kirk Cousins.
I'd have to see more of it first.
I just don't like. I like Baker Mayfield, but it's just that second half of that Atlanta against a division rival. To me, as a quarterback, I'm not no quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm a quarter pound, probably, like quarter
But
pound eater. You know what I'm
watching it,
saying?
yeah.
But it just didn't seem like he wanted it. It sounded weird, but I just felt that from him watching that game. And Kirk Cousins, like coming off the ACL, just showed like, okay, I'm gonna come. This is my house. I'm gonna show you what's up. And he did not. And to me, that was the game switcher for me. I had Tampa because
I just have to see the Falcons do it more. That's how I feel.
Pretty much, I just trust Kirk Cousins in the regular season more than Baker Mayfield.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying.
Fair
I don't trust. Now I trust Baker Mayfield more in the postseason because he's 1-0. Well, 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
But Kirk Cousins
2-1. Didn't he? He beat the Steelers when he was with the Browns.
No, the Browns haven't won a game since 1990. A playoff game since 1990.
I swear they beat the Steelers.
Let's make sure because I could be wrong.
Because that was the year the Steelers went. Remember we were talking about that with Fred. The Steelers whenever they went like they were undefeated and they lost like whatever three games in a row. And then to the postseason they got embarrassed by the Browns. I'm pretty sure that was Baker still.
Let me see.
I'll look up Baker's.
Browns wins.
I'll look up Baker's playoff record.
Oh yeah. I was gonna look up like I said
playoff record.
Yeah.
2-2. He's won AFC wildcard game against the Steelers. And then he lost the divisional game against Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
That same year, and then NFC wildcard beat the Eagles, lost against Detroit. He's 2-2.
Wow, he's got the same wins, same amount of wins in playoffs as Dak.
Yeah.
Wow.
2-2. But yeah, so you have the Falcons winning.
Falcons.
You have the Bucs as a wild card or no?
Yeah.
Bucs as a wild card. Okay.
I don't think two teams come out of the NFC West. I think one team.
Really? I think it's two.
I think two teams, if anything's going to come out the NFC East, it's going to be the Cowboys that sneak in there, or I know you don't like them. I feel like the Eagles will sneak in and lose. Just like us. I don't feel if
whoever gets out, he ain't doing anything.
He ain't doing shit.
He ain't doing nothing.
I'm telling you that right now. And then I did South. West, I got I trust the 49ers. I just think they're just the best franchise.
I don't know. I think they're always
if it's not
right
them,
now.
if Cooper Kupp and Nakua come back and they actually perform, then I got Rams low key.
Yeah.
And
who's your North?
But 49ers for that one. And then for North, I got Detroit, bro. I don't trust the Vikings. I don't trust
the Vikings. I just think they're 5, maybe 6 game win streak gives them enough cushion to stay over the Lions.
Now if Lions lose to us, that might change my mind. But as of right now, I like Detroit better because just their run game is better.
I trust Detroit more.
Yes.
How you feel about the Vikings, or how you feel about the Bucs and Falcons? I feel the same way. I trust the Lions in the postseason more, but regular season wise, I feel like with the cushion the Vikings have right now, they'll probably win the division.
And I actually like Kevin. What's his name? Kevin O'Donnell. Is that his name?
Yeah.
For the Vikings.
Wait, who?
The coach.
The coach? Oh yeah, O'Donnell. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like him. I'm not gonna lie.
He's nice.
He's cool.
He's cool.
But yeah, those are my four winners. So I got Washington, Atlanta, 49ers, Detroit, and then my 2 wild cards are gonna be Bucs and
Cowboys or Eagles.
Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys. You think Cowboys or Eagles or
Cowboys or Eagles?
Cowboys or Eagles.
I think like I said, 2 teams come out of the NFC
East
as they usually do. I don't know how we ever get called a trash division. We're one of the few divisions that actually has two teams in
the postseason.
One year we had 3.
Yeah, almost.
No,
we did have 3.
The Giants, Cowboys, and
Commanders.
No, it was Cowboys. Remember, it was Cowboys, Giants, and Eagles.
Was it Giants? Oh, it was because they beat Minnesota.
Yeah.
They beat Minnesota, and then Philly got
we
lucky and had to play Daniel
play
Jones in the second round.
Yeah, and remember we wanted to win against 49ers so we could finally stop all the trash talking about Eagles this, Eagles that.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah. But yes, I got them. AFC, who you got?
AFC. AFC South. Well, that's the Texans and all them. Texans for sure.
Texans.
I think Texans are the only team that make it out of that division.
Oh yeah.
If Richardson was still healthy, maybe the Colts, but
Jacksonville fell off so bad.
Yeah, Jacksonville fell so bad. AFC North. I'll say North for last. That's the hardest division.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. Bengals, Browns.
Yeah. NFC or AFC West. Is that the Chiefs or are they?
Yeah, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, and Broncos.
Just Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think just Chiefs. AFC East. If Tua comes back, maybe the Dolphins sneak in a wild card, but Bills will probably still win the division.
Okay.
But if Tua's out, for sure, Bills win. If he's out the year, if he doesn't play football again, for sure the Bills run away with that division because there's no one left in that division. The Jets and Patriots are forgettable, and the Dolphins would have been nice if they had Tua.
Yeah.
So my wild card teams are going to come out of the North. The rest of my wild card teams will come out of the North.
You got win in the North. Oh, you're going to do them last.
Yeah.
South.
I already did South.
Oh, South.
I had Texans. So I have Texans, Chiefs, Texans. I think the North will have 3 playoff teams. Yeah.
Oh, Ravens,
'Cause
Browns.
I think Ravens, Browns, and Bengals. Or not Bengals. Ravens, Browns, and Steelers.
Okay.
I think the Bengals put themselves too much in a deep hole. Starting off 1-4.
Yeah. Oh, Browns are 1-4 too.
Yeah, but the Steelers.
No, Steelers are 3-2. The Browns are 1-4.
Did I say Browns?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant okay. Well, then I lied. Ravens, Steelers,
Bengals.
and Bengals. Sorry,
Oh.
I thought for some reason I don't know why I didn't hear myself say Browns.
All right, so you got Bills. You
Yeah, I
got
got Bills, Chiefs. I got Bills, Chiefs, Texans, and then Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns. Yeah, because Deshaun is washed.
Yes.
Sorry, Deshaun. You don't deserve to be a starting quarterback anymore, brother.
You do too much off-field activities.
Yeah, too much touching,
Yeah, seriously.
inappropriate touching.
AFC East, Bills. AFC
Sure.
North. I only got Ravens and Bengals coming out.
Really?
Yeah. No, actually, low-key, I'm lying. I actually can see the Steelers being a wild card.
Wild card. I see them. Wild
Those
card.
3, so that's 4. I got Texans, that's 5.
Especially if Russ
Chiefs-
comes back. You know,
Chiefs, that's 6.
Russ can win you a couple games. Russ can get you to the postseason.
That's it. I'm not gonna lie.
AFC is riddled with injuries, so Tua going down hurt the AFC a lot.
Yeah.
The Bengals being trash and the Browns being trash.
And the Jaguars being trash.
Yeah, and then
And-
Richardson going down hurt too.
Chargers being a mediocre team.
Yeah, they're just always mid. I can maybe see the Chargers being a wild card team just because the rest of the AFC is garbage.
Yeah,
I can see that, but I wouldn't bet on it just because the Chargers always choke their chances to make the playoffs, like historically. So I wouldn't bet on it. I don't even know their record. What's their record?
Who's?
The Chargers.
2-2.
Okay. Yeah, they're very middle of the pack. They're forgettable. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm kind of glad no one's talking about Justin Herbert anymore. I'm kind of glad because I just feel like what has he done to deserve to be talked about?
Nothing.
Exactly. So it's been a good episode for y'all boys. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And like always, man, we'll see y'all next time on the ID Sports Podcast.
Peace.
Peace.